I remember results day. On my way to results day, I knew I didn't get good results because half the shit already told me on the bus that I didn't get in. So I said for half the shit to tell me that I didn't get in. I wasn't broody before. I'm not broody now, and I don't think it's Labour that would make me broody because I see like I don't think it's Labour that would. And I tell people all the time, I'm not really like a lover of like babies. I love women, and I think that's what people don't realize. That midwifery is just women. I love looking after women. You know, I remember there was one little girl. I beat her.
You beat her?
Yes, because in Nigeria it's okay. Like, in Nigeria it's okay. Like you disrespect me, I'm gonna beat you.
Crazy.
And I remember I got.
Hey, how dare you?
No, but it's bad. I shouldn't laugh about it now. But.
Are you challenging me? Do you want to go, bro?
I won't lie, I'll look. It's been a long time.
What's happening, people? Another Monday morning. I don't have to do that. I just like to these days. Listen, you're getting out the lift and your manager has tried to... All in my camera. Remember I told you, all in my shot.
Give them something new, innit? But best in the middle of this place. Sorry.
£5 fines for getting in my shot. Don't get in my angles when I'm talking to the people, bruv. Listen, you get out the lift, your manager's asking for the report. Ask them if they eat fish on Easter. Just throw them off completely. Spin them. They're in a Christian country, as so they believe, yeah? Ask them if they eat fish on Easter. Also, shout out to the Muslims. I believe it's Ramadan.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, going doing Ramadan this month. I think it's March. It's March 1 to March 31.
Yeah, 30 days.
The 30 or 30. I don't know how many days are in March. Have a good Ramadan, man. We see you next month.
Eid.
Eid.
Yeah.
You see them at Eid. You know, I don't like to say the words because I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, man.
No, I'm afraid, man.
Why?
I don't disrespect religions like that.
Oh, so with the religion,
like
so
that,
I thought you meant in general.
Start saying words that I don't know
I get you.
what I'm saying and that. You know, like that. But shout out you guys. It's another Monday morning, man. As you know, we're giving away a trip to Tokyo on April 4. That doesn't mean you'll fly on April 4. We'll announce the winner on April 4. Is that why we didn't do April 1? Because we don't want you to be thinking that it's a foolish day that things are happening. So make sure you click the link in the description. You buy your ticket for the raffle, £5 per ticket. You could buy more than one ticket to increase your chances. The tickets have been flying. People will say, yeah, payday? Yeah, let me try and win a trip to Tokyo. We're going to pay for a flight and hotel for you and a mate. We're not going to do all-inclusive, because we don't want you to just stay in the hotel and eat and drink there. You should want to explore Tokyo. Go and see what Tokyo has to offer. Have you been to Tokyo?
No, I haven't.
Is it on the bucket list?
Yes, actually it is.
I hear it's a good destination. Everyone always says, yeah, I want to drive the go-karts in the road. That's what everyone wants doing it. You know, so that one day, I don't think that's on all-inclusive. So when you win, if you win, all you have to do is tell your manager, listen, I'm going to Tokyo. Let me have this to this day off.
Yeah.
You know, someone's paying for me. Getting flued
man.
out. Bird gang. Yeah.
The streets of Wagyu, bruv.
Yes.
The streets of Wagyu. That's what it's from, innit?
Wagyu'd off.
Yeah, Wagyu. Yeah.
What's
was having Wagyu out of vending machine, bro.
That's
What?
wild.
Is it?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
I was like,
I say that's cold.
But that's where it's from, anyway.
Because you know they do crazy vending machines out
Crazy,
there.
Joe.
Like what?
like
you
a
get
whole
pants.
meal, like curry, like katsu
I
and
was
stuff.
talking about the other stuff.
You'd buy
Oh.
pants.
No, they sell pants.
Like boxing pants.
No, like women's used pants.
Huh?
In vending
Used?
machines.
What?
You never seen that?
I
No.
thought you were talking about fresh pants.
It's a crazy
How did we
country.
Not
get
like
that? I
that,
was
like
talking
to
about
wear,
katsu.
because maybe you shit yourself, so you need a new
might need a
pant.
drain. Yeah.
And the H&M is
That's what
closed.
I've heard, man.
Damn. That's crazy.
Say no more.
That's wild.
I want to start with an early game. Get the icebreaker out the room. Because yesterday, I went to my first... Actually, let's do the game first, and then I'll tell you what I go on.
I haven't broke ice in ages.
You ain't broke ice, yeah?
It just shows I'm just around niggas I know.
You know?
Everyone got a pen or you need pen?
I need pen, please.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hitch. Boom. This is what we're going to do. Closest to Mama Dinya's answers wins, yeah? So, Mama, I need you to write your top 5 things to pack in a hospital bag when labour is en route. You know the bag that you put in the boot that you have to take to the hospital, right? Your top 5 things, in no particular order.
Okay.
What top 5 things would you say should be in that bag? You guys' job is to get as close to all 5 things as possible. Don't write your own list. You have to think what Mama Dinya would write. Sure, Bommy? You understand? You listening? Right, cool, boom. You've got as much time as that I'm going to talk to the people for. So what's happening, people? If this is your first time here, don't be afraid to click like, share, and most definitely subscribe, yeah? Boom, I'm going to go through some of the community comments of last month. So first, community spotlight, shout out to the members. Ebbs Timmy, you're on 78 comments. I'm sure you can get to 100 real soon. Random videos first, you're on 56 comments. You could run it up. Ellie, 37 comments. I'm trying to see all of you people on 100. You've won. EV888-1D, 11 comments. You might be new here, but you've been commenting. Keep running it up. Jasmine Brown said, I'm crying, 50-50. That's 50 minutes, 50 seconds on the Say Classics video. I love him. Benevolent equals good. Malevolent equals bad. Yeah, we are benevolent people here. We are good people. They said the hate in these comments for the sweet story is diabolical. Hey, that's the world we live in, man. You be spreading love. Some people will still want to bring, bad madness to your sections. But let's keep our comment sections positive and loving. You could argue, but be nice and respectful with each other. If someone shares an opinion, you're like, rah, I don't really agree, but this is what I think as well. And be educational in the comments. Don't just say, you're stupid. Tell them why they're stupid. You understand? Boom, I'm going to give you 12 more seconds. Shout out to the audio listeners as well.
5 is tough.
5 is tough?
Yeah. Because I feel like some of them just...
are in the same thing, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
So that's fine.
I feel like I need more than 5.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
top
just
five,
top
top
5.
five.
Top
Top
5.
5.
Top 5. What's that?
Yeah.
Top 8?
Shout out to the audio listeners. Apple Podcast and Spotify. We'll do your comments next week. All right, boom. The target as well, 150 subscribers. So if you see we're on a particular number that doesn't say 150, help us get to 150. Yeah? Boom. All right, let's see what we got. Who wants? So Mama Dinya, can you tell us what you have? It's in no particular order. But let us know what you've got.
I've got maternity pads.
Oh,
Did you guys have that?
I got pads.
damn. It's been a long time, man.
No pads on your bingo cards. Ew. Alright, what you got next?
Nappies.
Oh, I missed that as well. I was just thinking about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, what are you bringing?
A hospital bag.
Yeah, I know.
So you have nothing for the mom, nothing for the baby.
The baby's coming on naked.
I got baby clothes.
Birthday suit.
I've got baby clothes.
Yeah, got clothes.
What have you got on there?
PlayStation
Bro.
pads, phone charger,
In my
keys.
head, I was just literally thinking of luggage. It's like I completely forgot
There's a
the
baby.
reason why you're going to this hospital. Go on.
Luggage.
I've got mom's clothes.
Yeah, okay.
I got a tracksuit.
I put pants.
Yeah, I put knicker.
I've got disposable underwear. So that's,
Yes.
I put knicker. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's 5. That was good.
Why
Okay.
disposable underwear?
Because at the beginning it's quite heavy, so you're
Yeah.
likely to leak. So you want underwear that you will just throw
Throw
away.
away,
Because
yeah,
no one
yeah.
wants to have a baby go home and be washing there.
Yeah.
Washing your pad now.
So what else did you guys have? Because you didn't get 5 out of 5. What did
I
you...
had drink/water electrolytes. And then I
Sauce
had
on it. Sauce.
yeah. I had to put a little bit of electrolytes. And then I had food.
Yeah.
You just need a snack.
No,
or
yeah,
something.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had snacks.
I agree.
I put Crocs. I thought you might have said something like Crocs. I was trying to get that one. Like
Rocks
just
for the
walking
mom.
around
really-
the whole joint. I put knickers. I put tracksuit. I put thick socks because I know it's cold in those wards sometimes.
When she's pushing, she's not cold.
Yeah, but she'll be there after she pushes.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, but I didn't have nothing for the baby. Baby coming on birthday suit. Straight. God damn.
This is crazy. Did you guys remember to bring your bag, or did you forget? Like, cause on the day of the delivery, it's a panic. Like, did you shout the bag, or did you like keep it in the boot?
No, mine was already just there. It was we're going to the hospital.
Oh, so it wasn't like a panic of
No.
I think it will all depend on the type of labor it is. Like if it's like, oh, you're randomly going into labor.
Yeah.
There's different, but there's
because she had the C-section. It wasn't like panic, let's go.
Yeah,
It was just like, let's go to the hospital. It's time to give
Okay,
birth.
it was prepped.
yeah.
So you got to pick your day, kind of, innit?
Kind of,
You
yeah.
get a what's that? You get a delivery date.
Yeah.
But with C-section, you can just like when you're close enough, you can say, do you know what, today, innit?
Basically, yeah, that's basically how it happened. It was just kind of like, all right, we'll do it next week because this one. Yeah.
How was your panic stations?
I think for firstborn, there's actually a video of me lugging the bag down the street. I was going to get the car, like I think they called me and I'm like, what do you guys want? I'm trying to get this bag to the car so I can come and swing the car around. But the second one, hospital was around the corner. But I remember I told you it was UCLH. So we had to think, traffic, what if it's today, But the other one was literally around the corner from the house. So it was fine. Like it wasn't an issue at all. Like,
Have
the
you got
bag
your
was
bag
already
packed?
there.
Not at all.
How many?
I know what
like,
bag
are
I'm gonna
you
use.
Gonna have baby soon?
Yeah, a couple months.
Okay, no.
I know what bag I'm gonna use. I think I'll pack it on like May 1.
Fair.
You're not gonna pack it, don't worry.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I pack
I agree. No.
I shouldn't pack it.
You
No,
should pack it. You should.
Why?
I say this all the time. Guys need to pack the hospital bags because for example, when she's giving birth, we're not gonna say to mom, "Oh, mom, will you just come and check through the bag and give us
I need to
this and give
know-
us this and give us this?" We're gonna say to dad, "No, dad, could you grab us nappies?" And
Yeah.
sometimes, like, you will find dads like, babe.
Where's the nappies? Where's the nappies? It's one bag though.
You know, like there's big compartments,
But you know what it is?
some
It's because
go
you're
gadget
panicking,
bag.
and these bags have lots of zips. Do you get what I mean?
I hear
and
you, I hear
I've seen women get so angry in the labor room, like, I said this is, but babe,
He's
And now we're
panicking.
man looking as well.
yeah, like, so I think you should pack because it's you that's gonna get the stuff from the bag. It's you that we're
Yeah.
gonna ask, especially when things have a quick turnaround and we're like, okay, we need this, we need this. We don't want the dad. I've seen dads carry the bag to the mom on the bed.
Yeah, where is it?
Like,
Basically,
where
like
is
when
it?
your mum says,
I'm
go
like,
and get this from my bag. And you bring
Bring
down
the whole
five.
bag.
You bring down 5 bags. Which bag is it,
It
bro?
stresses me, so I agree that you should pack the bag.
100.
I'm hybrid. I'm hybrid.
Go on.
Because I can agree that maybe you should have something to do with packing the bag.
Yes.
But he shouldn't be the one that's like
Responsible
for what's
But
inside
she-
the
no,
bag.
but
to
no-
be responsible.
No, but
This is-
she will be there. But then I don't
She
like
should
this.
pick out everything.
I don't like
and say
this
you put it in
idea.
the
You
bag.
know the idea of like, oh no, but she should. It's okay for you to actually be the one that's very organized. It's okay for you to be like, you know what? I've
okay.
read so many books and I actually know exactly what needs to go in the hospital bag. Do you get what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
it's not. Oh, but he shouldn't be responsible. You should be responsible.
That's my responsibility.
Have you read
see our
anything?
list? Did you just see our list?
Did you see what she said about read book? No, she said I've read so many books. I asked him, has he read a book?
No,
I went to
don't
a
do
class.
that.
I went to a
I'm
class
just saying
yesterday.
we don't read book.
I went
Oh,
to my
yeah,
first
how's the
class
class?
yesterday. It was.
Is it your first one?
That was my first class
Swear.
yesterday. Yeah, I got 5
You should
classes.
come to my class actually.
Where is it?
I'll let you know. I'll
Say
give
no
you
more.
details.
Yeah. We could pull up if they do refund that the other one. Yeah.
Word.
Say no more, but I don't mind because it was educational and enjoyable. But like we walked in there and it's first one, innit?
Yeah.
No icebreaker. Everyone was silent. Just like a couple people like. It's meant to get there at 12:30. She gave people like 7 minutes grace, boom, parking, gates, whatever. So everyone's just there, innit? No, it's just twiddling
chilling.
thumb and
You
that.
have to talk to each other.
You're like that low.
Yeah.
That
Talking about her
hair, you
bum.
have to talk hair in there.
Yeah.
Can't just open it up. But
As they're
as
together.
as the session went on, everyone like relaxed a little bit. You get into the so what do you guys do? Boom,
Yeah,
you know that's what everyone
yeah,
wants.
yeah.
Yeah, this is like what's his age doing that? Boom, innit? But it was alright. It was a good session. 3 hours though.
That's long.
It's long.
How long are your sessions?
4 hours.
Ah.
Yeah. But let me tell you, mine is just about labor. So I'm really teaching you about that one day of you're gonna go into labor. And I remember I had one class where everyone was black and everyone was young, and everyone was like, "Yo, you're my guy." I was just like, "What's happening here?" Like, I'm not at home. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, like when I don't know, maybe the younger ones are more attracted to come into my classes and stuff. But it was like very much a safe space. There wasn't time to be shy. Everyone was just it was nice. But it is a very intense class. But it's the idea is that you leave there knowing that okay, on this day, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it was like even the diversity. It's not like it needs to be diverse. And people are having baby in it, but it was very representative of the wider UK.
Yeah. 6% black, 5% black, whatever.
You know what I mean? But it was calm.
Sprinkle a bit of black on that white. We're good.
Asian couple there, black couple there, but it was all right. It was. I wanted to do it. You guys didn't do it, or you did it?
I did the NHS joint once.
Why did you only do it once?
Because that's all that was needed.
Yeah.
We did the first one, and then we was like, all right.
I think I did 2. I did an NHS one, and then there was another one at like a centre. Taught us pretty much the same stuff, but the other one was like by 2 black women, and the NHS one was like an Asian woman and a black woman. Croydon, you're gonna find blacks.
So
they were actually both helpful. Like, like safe sleeping and all of that stuff. That stuff was always just like, what do you mean they can't just
sleep on your bed?
You smother the child.
This one was like the first joint was about like how the woman's body changes. You know, like you see the inside where the diaphragm and all of that is. Then when the baby's in there, everything squash up. Like just move that to the side, bruv. I'm growing.
It's mad. It's actually very, very mad. Like I think they would. The one thing that I remember from my one was colostrum.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I remember. Like the first bit of milk that comes out, and that's the liquid gold.
Yeah, liquid gold.
Them joints. Because I was thinking, man, what's the taste this?
I need to know what liquid gold tastes like.
How did it taste?
How did it taste? I don't remember it tasting nice, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah, I never had colostrum.
Yeah.
How did milk taste then?
Milk was alright.
Yeah, milk was a sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
Yeah.
So I heard.
That was actually good. But like other than that, no. I think it's because my missus is a wife. Because she's a wife. She works in a hospital, and she's close with my sister-in-law. So like they've seen birth quite a bit. So she's kind of like, we don't need to do all of this. I'm very like up to speed on all this stuff. We don't need to do that. So we were just like, it's fine. We're just going freestyle, bruv.
If anything's the man's responsibility, now bag. Where is it? Yeah, where is it and what's in there, bruv? If man don't know, that's brazy. Woman's about to deliver.
Do you know what I see here? You know how, for example, the woman is the one pregnant, she's the one going for all of this. And it's stuff like, what can I do that would make me feel useful? So packing a bag are the things that are gonna, make you feel useful. Yeah. Things like, okay, what snacks am I gonna be feeding? Because I tell women all the time, like you're contracting, you get that 2-minute break, your man should be putting something in your mouth to chew, quick, fast, before the next one's coming to hit you. So in the labor room, especially, seeing your like babe in pain is crazy. And it's like you can't take her out of the pain. Yeah. So what can you do? I can give her sips of water. I can rub her hair. I can do whatever the hell she wants. Because some women don't want to be touched.
At all.
At all. Some women don't want you to speak. I've had women tell me, like, I need to keep quiet. And I'm the midwife. I'm like, I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. But I will shut up. But do you know what I mean? So it's about knowing your wife, because the midwife will never know her the way you know her. And I've had some women tell me, do a madness.
What's the word for that?
What?
That period where the woman can be very...
Transition.
That's the joint they said yesterday.
Like when they go from... It's crazy.
I'm looking forward to it.
I've seen women I'm not a big fan of like vaginal examinations. Like some midwives, I'm just like, do you have a fetish at this point? Every vagina in. I'm like, no, there's other ways to know that a woman is about to give birth without my fingers in her vagina. And you have some women where it just goes from 0 to 100. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, baby's coming. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even have time to wear gloves. Like I'm just like, head's already there. You don't want them to obviously birth by themselves and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy to transition. It goes from, even if they're doing really well, that's when they start saying, no, I can't. When you hear women say, I can't, you're like, you're there, yeah. You're like, you can't, you're there, you're done. It's done.
Then you have to go to manual 101. That face.
Yeah.
I can't. You're there.
I can't.
You're
I
ready.
remember Maddie had to find the corner. She would go to like a corner and just turn around. And once she said, baby's coming. I said, swear.
Yeah.
Head was there. I said, raw, this is mad. But they didn't like, they were thinking they're going to get like this sign of maybe I can't or whatever. But she was like silent and then she just said, it's happening. It's fucking happening.
I've had women do this like,
Was that the first or second?
Both. For second.
Okay, so she know on the second, you know
what the feeling is.
a lot more.
Yeah.
But did they transition? Did you get?
everyone transitions.
No, because she had a C-section.
Oh yeah,
It was
she had a
like,
C-section. You get transition. You get told to F off.
Not everyone tells you to F off, you know. No. I've had like loving rooms where the woman, like, they're in love.
I wouldn't be told to F off.
You would be told.
I want to be.
Why?
I don't know.
But
Just
the
so.
story.
So you feel
Sometimes
like
you
you
was
were
moving mad in there. You was moving mad.
With the drama of it.
I was the one moving mad in my room.
So I know it's real.
I was unorganized. She couldn't even transition. She's so like OCD. Like, just like pull up your trousers, your bum is showing. Then I think on one of them, I kicked the coffee, I kicked the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And I heard her just say, don't worry about it. Just come here. Don't worry about it.
It's a mess.
Damn.
She said, just stand
And
there.
I think there was one. I think she told me to get something, and like men when I can't say we. Let me say me. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
If you tell me to get something, obviously I'm gonna try and think of the quickest route.
Yeah.
The quickest route isn't the most simple one, but I might have to hop over something. Hospitals, there's wires, all that.
Yeah.
She saw me going that way. She said, "Go around that way. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
He
Gonna
did
jump over
he
the
did this at
beds."
my wedding.
Yeah,
went
when
the wrong
around.
way.
Yeah.
You see Dennis telling him left. Guy went. Oh.
Bro,
Joke,
it's funny still. That whole period is just mad. Because I've even blurred both of the births now. I can't actually remember which one was which, but I just remember
All together.
Yeah,
you had
all
the
together.
babies.
At some
Yeah.
point, I was there twice. That's all I know.
Yeah.
At some
No, I
point.
love-
You was
No,
allowed
I
at the
get
first
it.
one because that was during COVID, no?
I was allowed both, but I wasn't
Okay.
allowed to stay on the first one because
The
that was
night.
2020. Yeah, so I wasn't
You
allowed
had
to
a
stay there.
COVID
I had to
baby?
leave. Yeah.
I was FaceTiming husbands on like in births in COVID.
That's
Because they
crazy,
couldn't
man.
make it on time because they were saying, I remember the rule was when the woman's in active labour, so when she's
okay,
4
okay.
centimeters and above, but we know that women's body 0 to 100 anytime.
Yeah.
And there'll be times they should be like, he's coming. I'm like, what's your phone? Let's FaceTime him.
Yeah.
I'll FaceTime, I'll put them in one corner, like so they could see the birth. And I had lots of FaceTime babies because of COVID.
Oh, wow.
So that's why when these lot were having parties, touching people's bums in the hallways, and I was pissed. I was so pissed because I said to myself that, do you know how many men missed out on their first
man.
babies?
Yeah,
Especially the first one. Like they missed out on their births because there were so many stupid rules and stuff. It
Yeah.
was so sad. It really upset me, man. I can't lie. But yeah.
That is tough. Like I think when I had my first, it was a bit laxed. So they said you just can't stay over, but they said you're allowed to be in the room.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually.
Because it was what,
yeah.
April, was it?
Yeah, April. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean that was pretty soon after though,
That was
because March
just
23rd.
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't go too crazy at that point.
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
rules
and then
probably got tighter as it went on, and they realized, oh, this is gonna be a longer. Thing.
yeah, man. That was a crazy period, though. 2020.
Crazy.
Oh
The births
my
were crazy. Especially looking after women that had COVID because we had to like gear up, you know, like the gear that we were wearing. And imagine being in a room for 12 hours looking after a woman having like delivering or in labor and then having her baby and you're in some suit, you're sweating.
But like that white suit with
the white suit and then delivering baby, making sure she's okay, then coming out. Like we used to shower because we were sweating so much. And like babies, newborns that have COVID, it is a sight to see. Like yeah, because you know, mom has COVID, baby will have COVID.
Yeah.
So then when they give birth to baby, like the way baby's breathing, the baby's shaking, it's similar to when women are on drugs and they give birth to their newborns and newborns are like withdrawn from that's how they were. We're like, oh my gosh, this baby's got COVID. So it was a tough time, like being a midwife. And I remember I'm a nurse as well. So I was about to say deported. They took us out of midwifery at one point to say that we need to be nurses. So like on Monday I'll be a nurse, like, and people will be dying. I'll be washing dead bodies, like getting them cleaned and stuff. Then Tuesday I'm working as a midwife. Then I'll be delivering babies. So it was. I remember like
other end of the
I
spectrum.
was literally like I remember there was one Monday I washed like two people pass. I remember washing them twice, like 2 bodies, and the next day I delivered a baby girl, and I was just thinking, life was that time it was mad.
This is very morbid, but we're here. Like, so when you're cleaning a dead body, is that like after rigor mortis has set in, or
no? Before, well, rigor mortis sets in differently for different people, right? And I remember the first time I washed a lady that passed away. She passed away suddenly, but she has what we call a DN. Like, we don't resuscitate if they do pass, right? And I remember if they pass away, we don't try and resuscitate them. Like, we know that they've passed.
Right.
But before that, I remember like we gave her lots of laxatives, and this is what people don't know because she couldn't go toilet.
Right.
So once she passed, your body does what
Of
like
course.
a cleanse.
Of course.
And I remember this was my first one, and I remember the HCA was helping me. So the healthcare assistant was helping me. She's like, "Don't worry, darling, just help me roll." And stuff, and I was thinking, even that's too much. Yeah. But like, I was helping her roll, and then like, we finally got the lady cleaned. And I remember calling my mom, my Nigerian mom, like, "Mom, I don't think this. So is this how you'll be crying every time somebody dies?" And I remember thinking, like, I need help. Like, I struggled, but now, as a nurse, like, I can't count how many bodies that we've had to wash. But you get so used to it. Yeah. But rigor mortis sets in differently, and I've had a lady like with rigor mortis, and I remember this was so bad. It was one nurse. She said to me, "Oh, this lady's passed away in room 7." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll call the family and stuff like that." But number one rule as a nurse is if somebody passes away, you find out that they don't have a DNA, you don't have to resuscitate. Sometimes you even have to resuscitate till they show you the form that you don't have to resuscitate. Right. Then you stop, right? But the number one thing is you lay them flat. That is the rule for everybody. Like, your patient passes away, lay them flat. This nurse, I don't know what happened. She didn't lay this lady flat.
So she's sitting up, or? Oh no.
She was sat up like this, yeah. So when I put the bed down, she was still sat up.
Because
it all kicked in, yeah. And I remember calling the porter, so they're the ones. So when someone passed away, porter will come and take them down. I remember the porter was Jamaican. Oh God, he came. He was like, "What a bomb!" I remember saying to him, "You can't. Are you dumb?" Like, I was looking at him like, "Are you dumb? Like, you can't say that out loud." But I remember like we had to like close all the curtains because obviously there's nothing you can do until they go down and do what they need to do to make them flat. But yeah, she was sat up and we had to take her down
like that.
Oh
wow.
Why can't they lay her flat in where she was? Why did they have to take her down and then lay her flat? Because
they have like the ways that they would obviously like get the bones.
Like breaking bones or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have the capacity.
Damn.
Oh wow.
How quickly can rigor mortis set in?
I thought it took a long time, but that was the first time that I saw that it kicked in. I've never seen rigor mortis kick in because by the time I've seen them, like because we always see it as because people say to me, "Oh, how do you wash dead bodies and stuff?" The truth of it is, I changed my mentality to be like, this is probably one of the last times that the family will see this person. Yeah. So I do my best to make sure that I wash them, I clean them, I wear whatever clothes the family said I should wear. Maybe it's the nightgown, put the nightgown, whatever. Say it was a stabbing, make sure that you close the site so they don't see anything. Yeah. And it's I see it as I'm doing you as like the last thing I could do for you. So it changes my mentality. I don't see it as this person has passed away. I see it as what can I do to make sure that even though this is very traumatic for you, I'm not making it any worse than it needs to be. That's why that's why I'm cool when like it doesn't, you know, because some nurses can't handle it and we will just swap and be like, okay, I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I wanted to get into like your backstory, like how it all started. So obviously now I know you're a nurse as well. Was it nursing then
midwifery? Yeah.
So yeah, what was your journey?
So I studied to be a nurse for 3 years, and then I became an adult nurse. And I wanted to be a midwife, but I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't smart enough. Yeah. Look at me now. I'm joking. I wasn't smart enough.
In what? What did you need that you didn't
in
have?
Everything.
Oh, so what? You know
what? Yeah. You know what? No, I'm dumb. I say this all the time. Yeah. When I was looking for unis to apply for midwifery, I like clean stuff in it. So I was looking at the unis with the best accommodation, not their grade, what they wanted me to get. So I was like, what accommodation is okay? So I'm applying for the the big ones, the ones with the good accom.
The one where you have to top up the loan.
Yes. So I was like, I want this, but I never looked at they wanted A star. I know I'm fighting for a B.
All the looking at Cambridge and Oxford.
And
closer to a
is not
C.
calling me. So I got no from everyone. I remember results day. On my way to results day, I knew I didn't get good results because Hertfordshire already told me on the bus that I didn't get in. So I said for Hertfordshire to tell me that I didn't get in.
They've already been sent my results.
I knew going to college.
Tell that nigga not to pull up, bro. Tell her don't even
No,
dare.
it was so bad. It was so bad. I remember I was like,
come to this nigga.
no, I remember because it's
Security
conditional
will
offers.
meet you at the door.
I was so sad. So I knew, okay, damn, I haven't got it. So I was like, okay, I'm not into midwifery. What can I do instead? So I was like, let me do nursing. So I applied for nursing. I was on that. What's that clearing thing?
Clearing. That's what it is.
It's called clearing.
That's it. You know what it is.
So I went through clearing. I'm calling every uni. Do you have space? They're like, midwifery, no. But nursing, we do. So I was like, I don't want to be a nurse. But I studied for 3 years. Then as a nurse, I don't know. I was terrible. Like I was fighting everyone. Like everyone got it as a nurse, and it's because I'm angry. I'm not. I'm not fulfilled in my heart. So everyone's getting it. Everyone's gonna upset me, and I'm gonna come for you. So then I think like a year into nursing, I was like, F it, let me go back and do midwifery. So I went back to uni, and then I studied for 2 years to become a nurse, and then a midwife. And now I've been a midwife for like years and years.
It's funny though, that bogusness about there's no space on the midwifery joint is cat.
Yeah,
They just need to fill up the nursing classroom.
There's
space.
It's true. I've never thought of that. You're right.
Yeah, because they need nurses. But then midwives are, and in uni, like, there's always this clash with nurses and midwives because we used to think that midwives think too highly of themselves. Because obviously when they qualify, they get paid more than we do when we're nurses. So when we had like collaborative practice where we all you have the ambulance people, you have everyone in, we used to look at the midwives like, you lot are dickheads. So I remember when I started to be a midwife, I was like, oh shit, I'm the dickhead, I'm happy now. Like, I was like, I'm cool, this is nice.
I get it.
You've got a different waiting room and that.
So it's different, but you're right, the nursing thing is, but I got into nursing easy. Midwifery, once you're already a nurse, it's now easier to become a midwife and I'm so glad that I was a nurse. Like I'm so grateful that I wasn't that smart because now when I look after women, I'm happy looking after sick pregnant women because I already have that knowledge of looking after sick people, and I'm just like, okay, now you're just pregnant, so I just have to look up, because some midwives that weren't nurses before, maybe a woman needs a blood transfusion during labor, they'll run away from that, and I'm like, blood transfusion is my bread and butter. That's my bread. Blood transfusion, what is that? Come on. So for me, I feel even more like, you know, like
you're
in my
qualified.
space. Like I'm qualified for this. So
when
when people try to run away from certain ladies, I'm just like, what room? Room 5? Oh, I got you.
Easy.
I love it. But that's the story really. But now that I'm a midwife, like, I'm so grateful and stuff.
And now, do you do it privately or what's your setup?
It's at my discretion, to be honest. Sometimes I do. Now I can work NHS when I want. I give God the glory before. That's one thing I told myself. I said, I'm happy to work for NHS, but because I want to, not because my bills can't be paid and nothing like that. So now I do private, but I'm very selective on who I would look after privately, because that's a whole different ball game. But yeah, so far this year I have like private clients, but
you do home births as well?
So I do home births, but only via NHS. I wouldn't do a home birth via private.
Okay.
Yeah, insurance, all that kind of stuff. You can't.
Right.
Yeah, you have to be super careful because it's all fun and games. Like, Mama Dinya's my maid, until shit hits the fan. Then I'll be like, they'll be like, Mama Dinya did that. I don't want. Home births are all fun until they're not fun. And while I feel like I have the capacity to look after you in such an environment, I wouldn't do that, especially now because I have an online presence. Maybe if I didn't have an online presence, I'd be more. But now I'm so careful.
Of a target on
it's
your
a
back.
bit of a. I'm very, very. I have to people don't know, maybe because I don't cry on the internet. I go through a lot, like, because you can't, as NHS, you can't be posting the way I post and stuff. And you can't come, and some people come to me and say, oh, I tried to do videos, but my mate showed, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't tell you that I was fighting for my life. But yeah, you can't just go out and say stuff, and But I do private and NHS.
Okay. Have you ever done inductions? Yeah, because my wife, we tried induction first. It didn't work. What's the percentage of that? Because I've heard it doesn't work a lot of the time.
To be honest, it really...
What is it, first of all?
So induction is like, I want to start your labour for you, right? And the idea is that it has stages. So the first one is like a little tampon that we put in the cervix. We put it all the way back. Yes.
You're
But that goes in the vagina, and that the whole idea is to make your cervix thin, because your cervix is thinner, it's more likely to contract, you're gonna have baby, blah, blah, blah. But with inductions, what people don't realize is that the earlier you have an induction, so the earlier you have it, it's less likely to work. More times, your body was already gonna do it, it just needed a push. But if I do it too early, it's too big, the push is not enough, the body's still like... And it's sad to say, some women just won't go into labor. You leave them for time, they just won't. The body. And I say to people, like, listen, cost of living, everything. If I was a baby, I wouldn't want to come out myself. I wouldn't want to come out. But inductions, I don't think they're very. They're not as efficient. And I tell my women all the time that tell me, oh, I want baby. I'm like, have sex. People don't realize how helpful sex can be. It can be so helpful, and I always say to them that, for example, the hormones...
Now we're talking, telling me to pack the bag.
This is what can be useful.
Tell me how to really be useful, bro.
But with the sex,
Let's go.
Oh God!
Alright, anyway, go.
You shouldn't nut in her though, innit?
You should definitely
You
not.
should
nut in her.
You should not. That's your wife.
But
That's how we got here in the first place.
It's not necessarily the movement of the sex that I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is in your semen. That's gonna help her.
Is this trimester 1, 2, or 3, or is it for all trimesters?
Throughout.
Because you
throughout.
That was just
Okay.
He's trying to make twins at this stage. It's too late.
Yeah, brother.
I always wanted a brother. Because is it with the sex could you accidentally cause internal bleeding?
No.
Okay.
So I tell people all the time, like, because some men will say, oh, I'm scared I'm going to hit the kid. No matter how endowed you are, you're not hitting that kid because it's like a different... So unless your penis can bend, in that case you need to go to A&E.
And everything,
it's not going to hit baby. You're not going to cause any internal bleeding. The only thing that can happen, and sometimes women bleed, is if you hit, for example, they can be very sensitive, or if their placenta is lower, and you touch it and then stuff, it will bleed.
And it will show in the x-ray.
It will show in our speculum, like we'll put something that we can check. Because when we tell women, anytime you bleed, come straight to us, we want to know if anything.
Of course.
And sometimes it's just sex, and we might tell the gentleman, oh, take it a bit.
Chill out.
Be a bit easy and stuff like that. But it's not internal bleeding. But there's certain pregnancies that are high risk that we would tell them no sex for 9 months. Like, don't have sex.
That was me still.
With me as well. I had it where I didn't have the issue. I think they saw something on the scan, and I know I had sex last night. I didn't tell her, the woman checking, because I didn't want to get in trouble. You kind of
Where was I? What's that bulge in the placenta?
We ain't say shit. We didn't say nothing.
That bulge was like
because we didn't want them to tell us off and say, like, don't do that.
No, but we always...
But we ain't done it since, because I don't want that problem again.
No, but that's why
you should have said.
That's why you
That's what you should have asked.
You should have said, and I always say to people, like, because people get really shy, and I think it's a British thing as well sometimes, like, not to talk about sex. And I tell all my clients, I've never looked after a virgin. I've never ever looked after a virgin. Like, I know you lot were fucking, but
it's not Mary and that.
It's not Mary. But one thing I always say is that it's better for you to say that you had sex. they could have said to you, oh no, it definitely couldn't be sex.
Okay.
And now you would have known that, okay, you know what, it's not
Yeah,
sex,
you've
I
been
can still
missing
have
out.
sex.
Yeah.
You've not been missing out for the whole 9 months.
Yeah.
So I would actually say that you should say, now it's going to be weird if you go back and be like, oh yeah, by the way, on the 12th of October.
We had sex.
That's scam.
Can we have sex? Are we allowed to have sex? Because we've been worried.
No, because we
Yeah.
found out on, I think, is it a 3-month, 4-month?
Yeah.
That she had the low placenta. So
Yeah.
from that point, there was no sex.
Yeah, no sex.
And then up till, I think it was like the 8th month where they were like, oh yeah, it's moved up.
Yeah.
And then a day or two before we tried the induction, we tried to have sex.
Yeah.
Because we heard, okay,
Yeah,
try
yeah,
sex
yeah, yeah.
first. That didn't work. And
Damn.
then the induction didn't work. That guy did not want to leave, bro.
But even it's crowning, isn't it? Like, but they bob their head up and down
Yeah,
first. They're
yes.
just checking if you're broke.
Yeah. No, I say all the time. No, but babies
Y'all rich?
Babies will do this, like we literally call it the yo-yo. They'll do this, they'll push, and then when mum relaxes, they'll go back up.
Right.
And then there has to be that one push that pushes them so much that even when you're not pushing, they stay.
They're still there.
So once I can see baby's head and mum's not pushing, I'm like, baby will be out in no time.
Yeah.
And some come out with their hands like this.
Yeah,
Some
that's
are chilling.
really,
Is
that's
that
a difficult
dangerous,
one.
sir?
It is a dangerous one.
Dangerous as the words.
It's a dangerous one, but it's
What did you say? Dangerous, sir?
dangerous, sir.
Nah, don't worry, he corrected himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is dangerous, and sometimes we have a face presentation where they come out like this. We ideally like them to come out like this, looking down. Yeah, and then head out, and then
nosy.
they turn one shoulder out, and then another shoulder out, and then body out.
Oh.
But they do it beautifully. I tell people all the time, midwives, that's not really the peak of the job. You could put your hands away and see a woman give birth. The baby and her,
Step out, yeah.
They do it themselves.
they do their thing, but sometimes you need help. Like sometimes babies' shoulders get stuck.
Yeah.
That's a difficult.
I've heard, is it Ring of Fire?
So ring of fire is like when the widest part of her head is on the perineum, so that little space there, and it's really. But we use like warm compress to like try and, because I always try and I don't want her to tear.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can literally feel women tear in your hand.
What's that part called? That tears?
Perineum.
Oh, perineum. Yeah.
Ooh.
The
See,
perineum.
even that one, it's been a while, but I remember that one. Perineum.
Perineum
Because
tear.
that one I heard tear, I said, this recovery is going to take some time.
That's why I tell men all the time, like when she is pregnant, massage her perineum, like stretch it for her. All the time, keep doing that, stretch it, because I say it's like the gym. You wouldn't go to the gym and then carry 100 kg. You would start with just a bar. So your baby's head shouldn't be the first time something stretches that area.
I've been massaging and stretching it, and then we got the ball, the bouncy ball joint.
Yeah.
Be bouncing.
That's that. I know. My wife was told that, and she would use like, I don't know, was it Vaseline? I can't remember, but it was some sort of something just to like massage the area. She didn't tell me to do it.
It wouldn't last long.
Maybe that's because she knows where that's
Missed that
going.
bit out. She missed that bit out. Doctor just.
Said lower. It's not listening. Let's do an introduction, man.
Yeah, that is very sure. My name is Timmy Alchemy.
I'm Fred Santana.
Got a shoot in the house.
Come on.
Official shooter, boys. Got a
Yep.
son here. Mr. Perineum over there. I'm playing. Nigga, overseas, underseas, or guarded in, whatever God. It's my nigga VP in the cut. That's a scary side.
Yo.
And we got someone that loves vaginas. Loves vaginas. That's the way she
vaginas.
introduces herself. What's Mama Dinya actually mean again? So
It
we can
means someone who loves to fuck.
someone who loves to fuck. Can you imagine that? Very talented nurse, midwife, content creator, very funny as well. I really enjoy the content, and especially that's educational. You've delivered many babies before. A baby deliverer, doing God's work.
Hallelujah.
We
Do
got
you
Mama
mark it?
Dinya in the place. Thank you for coming through, darling.
Thanks for coming.
I don't mark. I stopped at 100, and that was years ago. So I don't know how many babies I've delivered since then. But yeah.
You should have a little wall where
Everyone
you just,
says that, I know, like
Bow.
tick. But have you worked in the NHS? After work, I'm like, I ain't got no time to tick nothing.
On a Ronaldo joint, I'm on 112 goals,
Word.
1,000 goals.
Word.
Mark
How much
that.
would you say it's
Work,
over
though.
though?
The
Like,
amount
if
of
you could give
babies.
like an estimate, would you say over 200, over 300?
Yeah, over 200, over 300.
Wow.
Yeah. Less than 500, I would say.
Okay.
Definitely less than 500.
That's a lot of life.
That's a lot of life, you know. a lot of life. Like, that's a lot of times you went into a scary situation. And it might not be scary for you.
It is scary
all the time. It is.
It is scary. Do you know, because like things go wrong all the time. So like sometimes you're just like, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. Like I pray all the time. Like even as I'm entering the room in my head, I'm just praying like, God, let this birth be good. Let this birth be good, because it's much. But yeah,
it is. Sex is dangerous.
it is.
That's what I've come to realize. It's dangerous because obviously, I mean, at the beginning of the sex, it's the STI, all that kind of stuff, and then there's the pregnancy. But in general, like if you think about the consequences of sex,
it's a lot.
It's life changing. Like, it is really, really life changing. There's sometimes I've actually thought, I wonder if God should have made it a bit more painful.
What, sex?
Yeah.
As a
would people play about it so much if it was a bit more painful? Because I've watched a documentary, and with lions, it's painful for the woman. Not for the woman.
I thought
but
it was
for
the men.
Foxes as well.
It might be as others. I just know the lion.
It might be for the foxes, because have you heard them at night?
It's true.
What the heck?
It's
like,
it's true.
This must hurt.
It's true. Unless it's that serious. Unless it's a different level of pleasure.
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate
let's
hearing
do the fox
foxes.
tonight. Let's do the fox. But yeah, like I know with lions they make it painful. Not they make it, but apparently it's painful for the lioness. So I'm just thinking, I wonder if we would play about, because we play with sex, you know. As human beings, we play. Yeah. Like we really, really play. And I'm like, yo, after having a child, this shit is serious. This shit is very, very, very serious. Like I don't know, just a thought. It's just literally just a thought.
You want to get back to pleasurable sex?
Do I want to get back to pleasurable sex? What about it?
Like in terms of like, you don't want the consequence no more.
Ajay, okay, sorry. I just Googled the fox penis. It hurts.
You Googled that? That's crazy.
Because I'd heard things about it. The spikes on it, bruv.
Yes, this is what I heard about with the lions joint.
I'm not going to put on screen for you guys. Google it.
Yeah, I've heard that with lions apparently. That's why it's painful. So, ooh.
Yeah, that's why they be screaming like that outside.
Yeah, no, but sex is pleasurable now anyway, so it's fine. Now it's sinless sex. It's sinless sex. It's sinless. But does it make you like, considering you, like, are you broody? Do you ever feel broody, considering you're delivering children?
No, I'm not broody. I wasn't broody before. I'm not broody now. And I don't think it's labour that would make me broody, because I see like I don't think it's labour that would. And I tell people all the time, I'm not really like a lover of like babies. I love women, and I think that's what people don't realize. Like midwifery is just women. I love looking after women, but once the baby's out, like my job is done. Not that I don't like them, but they're not my they're not my like, oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes women are screaming. The way I carry babies, they're like, careful. I'm like, you're good. Like,
I'm carrying babies.
Yeah, I carry babies all the time. You're good. But obviously, I'm not broody. But I always say to myself, like, the day that I announce like a pregnancy online, I feel like I would just turn off my phone, because in my head I'm thinking like, I do maternity. Yeah. Like the day I say, oh, I'm pregnant, God, I'm just imagining what people. I don't know. I feel like it'll be much.
Yeah, they'll be saying, so she's not a virgin then.
They'll be like, what? My name is Mama Dinya. Like, you dumb.
I'd love to know, so upbringing, right? Because I remember when we met the first time I actually met you is with Shay as well. Yes. And it's funny, that's it. And he was like, I need to come on the show. I was like, no, we'll sort it out. So it's funny how, like, literally you've got you on now as well. But you was talking about Yoruba, and you was talking about like speaking Yoruba and all this kind of stuff. Was you born there?
Yeah.
You was born there, right? Yeah. So what was where were you sort of born, and like where's your family from, if you remember?
No, I remember. Well, I was born in Lagos. That's the most I can tell you.
Yeah.
I came here when I was in year 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I came. But funny enough, like in Nigeria, I remember my childhood in Nigeria. I remember it very well. I remember it to the point where I remember in school, when you are naughty, you had to choose. Do you want them to beat you on your bum or beat you on your hand? And I remember if you wanted your hand, maybe your hand is just 1, but if on your bum is 3, because it's less painful. And I look back at this, is this okay? Why are you making me choose what punishment and how? And for every time you move your hand back,
It's mad when I think about
it's when you think about it, you're like, this is so wrong.
Yeah.
But no, I do remember my Nigerian childhood, but my parents made sure I spoke Yoruba when I got here. In Nigeria, you would naturally learn Yoruba because everyone's around, and I went to a private school. We were only allowed to speak English in school, so I was well spoken. But when we got here, my mum knew that it might not be so easy for me to know Yoruba now, so they switched it and started speaking to me only in Yoruba.
Exactly what Shay said. Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh,
He said
really?
the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then when we got here, she switched it, only spoke to me Yoruba, and now.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's
very
good. I don't know why my parents didn't do that.
I'm so glad they did that because naturally our generation is just. I feel like I'm scared it's gonna fizz out.
Yeah,
because even though I understand Yoruba, I'm not as equipped to probably teach my kids as much as that, and they might just know less than I don't know as much as my mom, and then
they'll get watered down.
Yeah, it'll get watered down. I'm really scared because I really want my kids to speak Yoruba very well.
Yeah, because that's like my sister's kids. I think the oldest he understands. Then the twins in the middle, they understand a bit, but I think the youngest one, I don't think he understands anything.
Yeah.
Like one or two words, but obviously as it goes, she's more tired.
You're tired,
yeah. She can't be speaking tree and then trying to teach you at the same time.
Is Duolingo the language app?
Yeah. They don't have tree.
They don't have Yoruba. Do they have
I think they might have Yoruba, but I don't think they had tree. I know there was something that we were looking for. One of the language apps, and one of them had Yoruba, but they didn't have tree, and I was pissed off, bro.
I generally, I feel like
top five.
With Yoruba, I generally feel like Yoruba has to be like one of the hardest languages to ever learn. Like I stand on that, because I've seen people learn Yoruba for like 20 years, and even me that I don't know it like that, I still hear that it's not quite right. Because of all the tone and
it's
how
tough.
you can change. So I see people like
tough,
Yoruba,
man.
like if you didn't learn it from birth, if they didn't drill it into your head from birth, you will always hear that this person isn't quite. Whereas Spanish, you can start learning Spanish from 15 and then they'll be like, wow, but Yoruba, I'm like,
The fact that you have to know the age of the person you're speaking to. Because it's not like man, woman, or feminine,
it's
masculine.
age.
Like, it's age.
Yeah, like the way I would
to.
ask you a question is not the way I would ask my mom, my dad a
out
question.
of respect, or literally the words change.
The words change.
Wow.
So I can say, what's it called? Bami mukini ewa, which means bring that thing for me. But if you were way older than me, I'll say bami mukini. Yeah. And I wouldn't even say kini, I would say bami muwa. Like please, like I'm older than you.
It's a different sentence if you're older than me. It's mad. Yeah. When I learned that, I was like, bro,
there's no he, she. They're just older, younger.
Because what's peak is you probably heard it from your parents today. It's like they spoke down to you, but you need to learn how to speak up.
Words. I was trying with my dad, and he was like, "You're talking to me rough right now."
Yeah.
He's filming it, but he's thinking you're not supposed to talk to me like that.
Yeah. My mum as well.
That's crazy.
So you have to wait until Big Mummy comes round and see how she speaks.
Yeah.
That's how you should speak to your own mum.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yoruba is like a language of respect.
Yeah, proper respect.
But sometimes I feel like Yoruba people do too much. Like they do way too much. I talk about it all the time. It's like there's a way to kneel. Like I could just kneel a little bit. That's for someone that's just a bit older than me. Kneel is my mom. Kneel.
Your knees should touch the ground.
That's my big mom.
The whole lay down on the ground, bro. This man is older than you, bro.
Like, I feel sorry for the men because women is only knees. Like but men, chest on the floor.
Yeah.
What?
Crazy.
It's too much.
Crazy.
Straight burpees in your own living room.
But do you guys think that that's something that should continue, or is it like?
I think so.
It's an extreme.
I think it might be a No, go on.
No.
Go on.
I think it's something that needs to continue, but just like we need to relax a little bit as well, because sometimes I say to myself, like, I never want to be that auntie that be like, did you not see me? Did you not greet me? I don't want to be like that because I should be too busy to be focusing on this person didn't greet me, this person. But I do feel like there's a beauty in Yoruba culture about respect. It's just it's just our thing of, and then when the younger ones do it, you're like, I don't know how to explain it. With boundaries, I just don't want I
them
don't
to
want to be
particularly
shouted
do
at, and I don't want to shout at young kids
Yeah.
and tell them that they didn't,
Yeah.
two knees didn't touch
I
the
think
floor.
teaching is better because, for example, with my mum, I know it was different depending on your color. Because I had a white friend, Tommy, when he would come and he would obviously say, I think the first time he came here, I think he said "Hello, Mary."
First of all, why did you even know your mum's name? That's what a Nigerian would say. Why did you even know your mum's name?
Mary!
Yeah, because obviously
That's
like, my
crazy.
mum's Auntie Mary. Like, everybody knows Auntie Mary.
He said,
innit?
hello,
Hello,
Mary.
Mary.
Because obviously I call his mum Sally. Like, it's like, oh, hi, Sally. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we know each other.
Yeah.
But
She must feel like someone threw a rock in the back of her head. Mary.
and he greeted with his left.
Yeah.
So obviously my mum just said to him, that taught him like Auntie Mary, and make sure you always greet with your right hand. But then if you were black and you came to the house and you greeted with your left,
Yeah, I got that.
are you mad?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
I
she
got
shouted
that.
at you.
I got that.
She shouted
I
at
got
him.
done one time.
Yeah.
Done. What? Came in and said hello, auntie. She said, "What's that?"
You're like, is that a gun? Is that a gun?
I looked at that and I wanted to just. What's the point of this? Honestly, in an African household, sometimes, what is the point?
Of the left hand.
What is
Oh,
the
my
point?
gosh.
There's no point. What, she
I
said,
can't
"What's
hand
that?"
things to her with my left.
I
Nothing.
hate that thing, you know.
Yeah.
That's something that I won't propel though.
I hate
I won't
that.
propel
I
that
hate
one
it. How
because
can you
it's.
say?
I even wipe with my right hand
What?
sometimes.
Ambidextrous is the wife.
Ambidex, bro. Sometimes I might wipe with my right hand, as in it depends on how I'm wiping myself.
So you're like, there's no point. This is the hand that
Whichever one is it. Me, I even have to say I look like this because my both hands are disrespect, no. So like that one, it's kind of like I don't see a need for that. Like you know, there's sometimes where they'll say, you know, teach this child how to be right-handed because we don't want them doing anything with it, and it's like, yo, you're kind of messing around with how they're gonna naturally do things.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have been more artistic, and maybe they, like you might be suppressing things by really forcing someone to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
So the left hand, I'm not gonna tell my children to do that to my mum and dad.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be too fussed if they were to wave with their left hand.
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't offend me. Do you
I
know
don't
what
think
I'm saying?
I would even know that they've waved.
I probably haven't even looked. Like, it does feel strange when you go to shake someone's hand and they come in with their left. That does feel
is
strange.
But that's because it's dominant hand.
Yeah, more time in the world, I can't remember the percentage, but I think, I just know that less people are left-handed.
Yeah.
So naturally, everyone shakes hands with their right.
Yeah.
But in terms of someone waves, I'm not going to be like, bro, what is that? Like, I think that's me being offended for the past. Like, that I've, you know, sometimes it's like, you know, like when you're young in primary school, it's like, all right, cool, I'm on the bench now.
Yeah.
I'm not the oppressor, but I'm the guy now. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you're just getting get back for the times that they got you. But I think left hand, I'm all right.
I do like the Nigerian, like just little.
Yeah, I like the respect.
Like, I like the respect to that thing though. Like,
I'm spun that we were one of the few that do that though, because it's not in your culture, is it?
No, it's just.
How it's fun.
Is it China that does it?
No, but you can't say Nigeria. You have to say You have to say like Yoruba, because Igbo people don't necessarily.
They don't
So
really
you have to be
like
careful when you
that.
say, oh, Nigerians do it. No, Yoruba people do it, because Igbo people like they're very chilled. Like they don't even kneel down and stuff. So. Like if you said that to them, they're like, "No, we're Nigerian. We don't do that." They don't believe in that whole.
I hear you.
It's Yoruba people that do the excessive.
We got that main character syndrome. We're like, oh, Yoruba, it's Nigeria.
Yeah, it's not.
We have that. It's a problem still.
Everyone's got something, like the British hug, the French kiss, the Spanish do a kiss, you know?
I know Chinese people bow.
Yeah.
They are they're very, very respectful as well.
Yeah, they're
But
big on
I don't know what the level is. I don't know if that's just an age thing or do they just bow to like everyone that they respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a respect thing, and like whoever bows lower is showing more
Right.
respect. I remember I went.
other.
No, they bow a lot. I remember when I went to Japan one time, and
You went to Japan one time. No, what she said Tokyo.
Tokyo.
We
You
said
said
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes big up your chest though.
Yeah.
Nah, they try to pull your shirt.
No, I just wanted to
no.
understand because
I
I thought
wasn't
she
pulling
said
the
she never been Japan.
Well, I know I covered myself first.
If you feel like your shirt was tugged,
Did you feel pressure?
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like, what happened?
Now I was just trying to understand. Like, so where did you go in Japan?
What's Kyoto?
Okay.
Is it Kyoto?
They said it was like, so where did you go if you didn't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
to
no.
Because
I
I've never
did.
heard of
Why did
people
you go
just
to
going-
Kyoto?
Nursing. I did nursing. So nurses, you know when you do like an exchange. So I
Oh.
had a nurse from there came here.
I wish I did that kind
And
of
then I went
shit,
to
man.
I went there for like some weeks, and then we did.
If I'm enjoying it,
Nursing
we're not
is
exchanging back.
different there. Yeah.
You're trying
it
to
was-
call me, bro. You crazy? I'm enjoying
No,
it in your house.
I was happy to come
My
back. It
feet
was
is up on your
expensive.
table right now, bro.
No, but I think everyone should do an exchange.
Do you live
It's
in their house
amazing.
too? That'd be sick.
No, I didn't live in the house.
That'd
We
be
stayed in
jokes.
their like uni accommodation, and they did the same for us as well. They stayed
Right.
in our uni
Was this nice?
accommodation. It was alright. It was nice.
Do you get to meet the person that you exchange with?
Yeah.
Sick.
So yeah.
What was
and
that like?
It was really nice, and it was so like, you know when you a different culture, they're like very respectful. So like that's what I'm saying, that I knew the bound thing, because for example, like when you go somewhere, let's say the cleaners go super low because it's a sign of respect of this is the person that is in this building. So it's not necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily age. I think it's like who do you respect? But then somebody that's humble would still go as low as whoever the cleaner is, because you're saying I respect you too. But no, Japan was amazing. I loved it. It was pricey, but then I was broke then, so I don't know if it was pricey or I was broke.
Yeah.
Because I was in uni.
difference
Everything
still.
is pricey.
Everything.
I want to go back and see, is it pricey or was I fighting for my life?
I think uni's the first time I discovered that not everything in the £1 shop is £1. So you guys are pumping us over here, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Oh gosh, no. But it was good. I loved it.
So you started in Niger, you came here when you was 3.
Yeah,
free.
free.
Yeah, 3. So
Yeah.
where did you go to? Where did you relocate to?
Southeast. That southeast. And I remember the culture
Woolwich.
shock. Woolwich, yeah.
Of course.
And I remember, all right.
Try to say southeast.
That's where everyone goes, but no, it was like Charlton. I remember it was Charlton.
Okay.
And the culture shock was different because, Nigerians, like, our kids were... And I thought everyone was a pussy when I came here. I was like, you lot cry too much. You lot, like everything was going through. And we study a lot in Nigeria. Like they beat us a lot, man.
Yeah.
So I was smart. I feel like this shit made me dumb. And I said I was dumb.
Yeah.
It's this
It's this
country.
country.
Because I
It's
came
this
here.
country.
I came here. I was like, what, 4+? What the heck is this? I was passing and I got relaxed.
Yeah.
dumbass.
Easy. This is easy. And you're not even beating me.
You know, you say, oh, this is too easy. This is too easy.
He said you're
I
not
can't
even
believe
beating me
it.
as well.
Yeah, like this is
I
too
can't
easy.
believe
And then
it.
it was a struggle for me because like what they saw as naughty was just me being, I remember there was one little girl, I beat her.
You beat her?
Yes, because in Nigeria it's okay. Like, in Nigeria it's okay, like you disrespect me, I'm
That's
gonna beat you.
crazy.
And I remember I got
Hey,
excluded.
how dare you?
No, but it's bad. I shouldn't laugh about it now, but
Because the funniest thing is, you didn't fight her, you beat her.
I didn't
There's
fight
a
her.
difference.
I would say five. She was in shock, like what is happening?
Because she's thinking, no,
Yeah,
she
but in my
just
head-
beat me, bro.
Yeah, those. Are you
Yeah.
stupid? Are you, like breaking your
That's
word?
different from a
but
fight
it's bad. It's because I learned. It's not. I shouldn't laugh here because all the gentle parents are gonna come for me.
Nah,
No,
that
but
happens.
those ones where like you learn bad habits. So I came here and I was
Yeah.
thinking, the idea is you disrespect me, I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
So I remember I beat her in the playground and I was just shocked that she went to go tell the teacher because I was like, why didn't you just beat me back? Like, why didn't you just beat me back? And I remember getting in trouble, got excluded, and my mum, I got home for my own special beating. Like it was from beating to beating. But you know those ones where like everything was just too different for me, and it was a huge shock going from my type of school where we rough it out, and do you know what I mean, to come in here and everyone's very gentle and everyone's very, I just really struggled. So it took me like 2-3 years being in this country to now be like, okay, Elizabeth, relax.
Yeah.
Calm. This is just a different setting. And I feel like there should have been some sort of transition. There should have been somebody at that school to help me to study what happens in Nigeria. Maybe I need help.
Yeah. Have you ever thought
Maybe I
about
just need
You
help.
actually needed help.
Yeah, I just
And
needed
nobody
help.
helped
I
you.
was a cry for help, but no one helped me. So that's why I feel like I was.
acclimatized.
Do you know what I mean? Like this is a different setting. But then after I got used to it, secondary school, I went to an all-girls school, and then that was okay. Then I went to an all-boys college.
Huh?
Yeah, because you starved me. There was no boys. I don't believe in all-girls school. I don't believe in it. You have to, for me, it's like you should be with boys from a young age just to gauge. Because
Yeah, I get you.
society, there's no all-girl. Do you get what I
But
mean?
what secondary school did you go?
Eltham Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. and that's like it's an all girls, and there was a mixed school at the top. And I remember I don't like the idea of not knowing how to talk to boys, how to communicate and stuff, because then you become hungry. And I don't want to be hungry. But God saved me. I was okay. But other girls, they were it's because you should be in a classroom with boys. You should know how to like talk and stuff like that. So then I went to an all boys school, but bear in mind, I'm coming from a school where they're teaching us that girls are powerful. You know, girls are empowered.
When you're
and
saying
stuff.
all boys school, what do you mean?
So the school is all boys, but the college was mixed.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So, but because the college is mixed, the ratio was for every 10 boys was 1 girl.
Wow.
Right.
So I went from being in all girls to all boys. But I came from a space of like, you told me that I'm powerful. No guy can talk to me like I'm a dickhead, blah, blah, blah. And I came to a school where all girls are dickheads. So the change was insane. Like, it was, I remember.
Everyday culture shock, bro.
Every day. I've never settled. I've never settled. And I remember going to that school. I remember I was this is not good, but I was the first girl to be excluded. Like they literally had me as, Elizabeth was the first girl that was in internal exclusion.
Hall of Fame.
Listen, Hall of Fame.
Elizabeth the first.
It was bad because that one is, it's a room for people even from year 7 to year 13. Anyone that's excluded internally is in
Just
that room.
go into that room.
So I remember coming in and everyone was like, what? And I was like, hey, like I was so out of place, but it's because I was fighting. Me, I don't see gender, I'm gonna fight. Who's coming for me? I'm gonna fight. So then after that, I remember like after speaking to my mom and I got it. I chilled and I was a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a midwife and be in this kind of profession and be don't get me wrong, I'm not a dickhead.
Yeah.
But I'm way more gentle. I'm way more patient.
Yeah.
But still whack somebody.
Anytime, any day.
Do you remember what you thought about?
Yes, the prick. I remember. we're really close now. He's amazing, Matthew. Shout out to Matthew.
Shout out to Matty.
Matthew, you know, we were in it was break time, right? And I was sitting down and he went to me and he wanted to pour like ice cream on my head, and I just got my weave done. And I remember everyone was saying, do it. And I looked at him, I said, Matthew, don't let peer pressure.
Yeah.
Because you know guys like, and everyone's now saying, do it. Yeah. I was like, listen, you're better than this, because the consequence is going to be a madness. Everyone's saying, do it. So he put the ice cream on my head. And Matthew's one of those people that back then he had like he came from Nigeria too. Like I think we all need like this.
Everyone had trauma basically of that
and he
kind
was
of
a
transition.
very angry person. But I'm angry too. So we're all going to be angry, right? So he put the ice cream on my head and I was just mad chilled. I didn't even react. I was like, no worries. I just felt the ice cream dripping on my head. And you know, there's anger of, are you dumb? And there's anger of, think about it.
Wait.
Be chilled. They don't tell you that when I used to physically fight, I don't fight angry because I need to know where am I going to hurt you. And I can't do that angry.
You have to look for
You have to sit down.
Yeah.
So I was mad chilled. I was
I'm
just
gonna
like,
punch you in your temple.
Cool. I was like, just be cool. And I saw like milkshake on the other side of the thing, like a big 750ml milkshake. Matthew sat down. I went to go get the milkshake and I remember I poured the milkshake on his head, But you know when I knew that I was fucked? Matthew was chill too, sitting down.
Can you imagine?
So in my head I'm thinking, he's calculating too.
He's just watching. He's already doing.
So I'm pouring and I'm like,
scanning each other.
I remember I was like, I'm fucked.
He's too calm.
But I'm thinking, I'm not, so I just poured it all over his head, and he was chilled. When I say I ran, I ran, and all I could hear was, where the fuck is she? I'm thinking, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know that was like, I know. But the reason why we both got internally excluded was because they said I put myself in danger. Yeah. They said I put myself in danger, and he got excluded as well because they said
he was creating the danger.
He was creating the danger. So now I look back, I'm like,
the
am
creation
I dumb?
and the danger.
Like, am I silly? But that was why, and
that was funny. The calmness. I said the Yoruba calm storm. He
Yeah.
knows the discipline too.
He's mastered it as well.
He's mastered it.
Just watching the milk just drip.
What school did you go? Who's your teacher? Who taught you this technique?
You can't tell you too.
No, it's bad.
Wow. What did you get in A levels?
I think it was so bad that
And what did you study as well? I just realised.
I studied drama. I've always wanted to be an actress.
Right.
Drama.
Oh, you're into drama for sure.
Yeah.
Because what you're into right now
Yeah,
is very
it's
dramatic.
dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Drama, psychology, and history.
Right.
So to become I just needed to have a social science, which was my psychology, and then
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else. But I'm pretty sure that I got CDD.
E.
Mm.
E.
So when people say, Mama G, you're so intelligent, what? But that's what I got in college, yeah.
Wow.
I remember
Damn.
crying, guys, I cried so I didn't eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember
I feel like it's the end of the world.
but
you
now
will.
I'm like, not that I'm telling no one to be dumb, but I remember genuinely feeling like my life was over.
Over, yeah.
Like and it got to a point where my Nigerian mom was comforting me. That's how I know that depression hit.
Yeah.
Because she was like, it's okay, and I'm like, she's telling me it's okay. I'm down in the dumps.
Yeah.
Because she should
yeah.
be finishing me. And
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
what it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. Just to comfort you. I'm not gonna beat you.
Yeah. I know it
Your
was
past
bad.
beating. You just think, my
Yeah.
life is over.
Life is
That-
over. And you know,
Yeah.
calling all the unis and getting told no. I remember it wasn't even me, it was my friend and the guy that I was seeing at the time. He was so helpful, like calling everyone.
Mm.
He was like, you gotta eat. I was like, I don't deserve. I don't deserve to eat. I was like, I don't deserve to eat. But now I would never, like when my kids, hopefully my kids will be intelligent, but I never want them to feel like there's nothing outside of this. There is. Because I genuinely, I love about it now, but bro, it was bad.
CDD is crazy.
No,
Because
it's
in A-levels
crazy.
you pick.
Yeah. No, but A-levels was bad. I
Yeah.
remember, and the worst thing that anyone could have done in A-level was study maths. Because
Oh yeah, forget that.
do you know what? How mad it is? People were doing maths in secondary school. Like, no, I've got it, and I was like, no, I heard that A-level was mad.
Yeah.
And then my friend was like, no, school. Bro, they all did their first math test. Yeah, they just tried them like at the beginning so that they have time to fuck off.
Yeah.
So they gave them all a test. Yeah, they gave them. I'm saying to you, this is true.
I was not on maths either.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
And then,
I've heard things.
I always heard about AS maths. AS.
A
involved,
is the
bro.
maths is crazy. So they all did the test. Yeah, every single person. Yeah. Got a U. No, hold on. Then one guy came out and said, yeah, but I got the highest U.
You start talking about the point.
I said, from what you're saying that your failure was the best failure, yeah, come out of that course.
Forget about it.
Now, everyone has
Forget
got
about
I
A-level
wish
maths.
they filmed it just to see everyone's
Bro.
faces
Yeah.
throughout there to open that.
What?
That was like
All of them.
That was like the original. You know, like there's certain courses that you hear people do in uni. You're like, what? Like when you have biomedicine. You're thinking,
Yeah.
Bio on top of medicine. What?
Yeah.
And you can see the chemistry, all them sciences. You're like, you lot are crazy for studying that. But A-levels, when I heard someone say maths,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fucking mad. You have to leave that one at the door of year 11, bro.
Yeah.
Leave that one
How
there.
do you take maths?
What do you even need it for?
Do you get what I mean?
What do you want to be? A mathematician, bro? a mathematician, bro. What do you want to be with that one? Because most of the subjects that I've heard that are mad have maths in it as
Bro,
well.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
If I could have stopped at numeracy, I would have.
Yes.
If I could have stopped.
I can count, man. That's all,
Numeracy.
man. I don't need to know how to add these together.
It's great. I had to go for like extra tutoring. to just
Anyone, any career that said you need maths, I crossed it off.
pass. Yeah.
Crossed it off.
No,
I
I
don't
could
need that one
never.
then.
That is not for me.
That's not for me.
No, I
No
would never.
way.
I did in my English, science was a hype.
Yeah, science is
No,
not
science. That was
I
just
enjoyed
banner.
science.
That was just for. There was a good banner at science.
Yeah.
It wasn't for the learning. Bring the Bunsen burner out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, those were the lessons I loved.
Just, it was the squeaky pop test.
Then
Yeah.
have the goggles.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. But I think one of my brethren studied chemistry or something like that. I saw his uni work one day. I said, you're different, bro.
No,
You're
never.
different.
You're
You're doing
smart.
maths on chemicals.
Yeah. You're
Calculating
really smart.
formulas. I
Yeah,
said,
that's
nah,
insane.
bro.
Get somebody
No
else.
way. So where has midwifery taken you? Because you are actually one of few people that are like flying about the country. I mean, not in the country, the world, like for midwifery. So where like the interesting places where also healthcare wise, where you're seeing that, oh, healthcare wise, they do way better than maybe NHS and whatever.
Oh, I feel like healthcare wise, it's hard, you know. I think any Asian country has knocked us out of the park.
Yeah,
especially even with postpartum, like the way they look after them after
they
yes,
right.
yeah, and places like Holland, Finland, all that kind of the postpartum, they'll look after you for like 40 days.
Wow.
So they have like centers, or they have people that come to your house every day for like
Do we not have that here?
You have money, you have it.
Okay.
You have money, you can get it. If you speak to me, I can look after you. But they have like, they're very community centered, so they look after women and they realize that, you know what, you just had a baby, it's a lot. But America is what?
Ghetto.
They're back to work 6 weeks later. They're back to work, so it's like we're bad, but we're not the worst. Yeah.
What are some of the key drivers of postpartum depression?
If they have any like pre-existing mental health issues, then they're more susceptible to have postpartum depression. Some people you actually just don't know. They have to just give birth to see that they now have depression. Lack of support is a big one. Exhaustion is crazy. Did you see the lady that put her baby in the oven and the chicken put the chicken in the cot? Exhaustion.
Yeah, she's tired.
Do you know the tide? You know what tiredness induced insanity is like? Because you're so exhausted, nothing seems real anymore. And especially when your baby cries a lot, you know, now there's helplines that you can call if your baby's crying so much, because women were killing their babies. Women were shaking their babies. Like I've walked into a room where the woman was, the baby was crying. So when we're in postnatal ward, we try not to go every time a baby cries, because what you don't want to do is make the woman feel like she can't. She has to kind of get used to the idea of settling baby. But this was going on for quite a while. So I was like, oh, let me have a look, especially because she had twins. So I went in there and she didn't realize she was shaking that baby. And she didn't know she was shaking baby. And I'm just like, those are the things that lead to.
I get you, because you want the baby to be silent.
You want the baby to be silent.
Just shut up. But at the same time, like you're actually,
your hands are moving too much now.
So
those are the things that lead to postpartum depression. And there's postpartum psychosis. I've had a lady. I remember there was a lady. Her husband caught her like drowning the baby. Because she was hearing voices saying that baby needs to go back to heaven. And that's postpartum. There's psychosis, there's depression, there's baby blues, there's psychosis. So when you look at that's why I tell people the reason why I love women so much is because I've had a good view of when it goes right, when it goes wrong, when it goes terrible. So then you're just like, what women go through is a lot. Women die. They die giving birth. They have the heart attacks, they have Christ, like, so I just look at it like so much could go wrong that when things go right, you just have to be so appreciative. 100%. Especially when you're in a country where you're black and you know, like, NHS is failing white people. How much more Bimbo, Sandra? Do you get what I mean? How much more? Do you get what I mean? So, but with postpartum depression, those are the kind of things that would.
I think first time I heard of that was when I was one of the workplaces that I was in, and this lady said that she had it. And I was like, what is that? I never heard of like, to me, it was like, you have a child, you're going to be happy. Like, that's it. And she was like, I couldn't touch the child. Like, you couldn't put the child in the same room as me. My husband had to deal with it. And I took like months to be able to just be around the child. Like, they had to like ease me into motherhood. And I was like, I don't even understand that. But she didn't understand that either. She was like, I can't explain it, but that's just how I felt at the time. I was like,
it's crazy.
Like, that's when I was like, there's so much to like giving birth and pregnancy. I was like, films never described this. It was just push, baby's here, cry, take them home, lovely. Like,
it's not all like trigger warning. I remember one time we had a lady, she gave birth, and we always put baby on chest, like put baby on the skin, cut the cord and everything. She took the baby, she just threw the baby on the floor.
What?
I remember I was like, you know, like hearing like a
wow.
And we love babies crying. That's our thing, like babies are cute. Baby didn't make a sound. That's when we know that when a baby's silent, that's when we're And I remember fractured, like everything was fractured really. And I remember she was just saying, I didn't want the baby. And I was just like, and she kept shouting at the husband like, I told you I didn't want. Like, so sometimes you don't notice these things because no one noticed that she was not happy with the pregnancy until she had baby in her hand and she threw baby on the floor.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is to have a newborn on, like,
Oh.
Yeah.
do you know what it is? Like, they're so flimsy, you know,
Like,
nothing has formed.
Yeah.
Even their brain takes a whole year before it closes back up. So, like, psychosis, depression, it's a big thing, you know.
Oh my gosh, man.
That's why I'm like, check up on your pregnant friends. That's why new content is saying, don't just go and say, I want to carry the baby. No, what can you do to help the mom? She's happy to carry the
100%.
baby. What can you do to clean? What the food that you can bring for her? All that kind of stuff. Those are the things that you do to help women, not necessarily, I want to carry a baby. Everybody wants to carry a baby.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
She doesn't want to then go and do work.
Exactly. She doesn't want to do the work that she doesn't need to. Do you get what I mean? So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm happy that new content is coming out and people are speaking out more. How can you help women? How can you keep your boundaries and stuff like that? Because women are struggling. And you know, there's so much content on pregnancy and support on pregnancy. You see a pregnant woman, she looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. Once the baby's out, it's almost like she was just do you know what I mean?
Just spit out to the world, man. You're back to normal again.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I would actually love to advise you on is that when baby does come out, like not to completely lose the attention or focus on your wife.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the biggest thing I see in the labor room is baby's out, dad's all over the baby and stuff, and it's them ones where it's easy to look at it now, but your baby's gonna leave you one day. Like, baby can't hold their neck now, but one day they're gonna be like, Dad, like they call you once a month. And the person that you're gonna be with, the person that you've decided to spend your whole life with, is a person that deserves all of that love, that deserves all that attention. No baby, you can never tell me how the first day was. You can't tell me that, oh, my mom carried me a bit funny. You don't remember these things. Like the baby will never ever know who held them at that stage, but a mum will always know who held them. And she's the one that needs to be held. I've seen women bleeding out and the husband has got on FaceTime in with the baby and stuff. And I'm like, your wife is bleeding out. So until your wife is ready, comfortable, settled, showered, cleaned in the bed and stuff like that, your attention should be on her. No one's saying that baby doesn't exist, but that baby's okay, or that we put baby in a resuscitator somewhere, it means baby's good. Who's not good? The person that we're all crowding around.
There's still the placenta?
Placenta's
that
still
needs
in.
to
You have to
come
give
out.
birth to that.
You still have to give birth to. I call it baby's luggage. You know, like when you
Where
you leave the airport and you still have to go pick up your luggage.
And the conveyor belt.
Yeah, the conveyor belt.
It's coming.
I'll just wait a bit.
You're not finished pushing yet.
It's gonna be on belt 8.
Yeah.
I think, like, you know when you say God works in mysterious ways?
Yeah.
With my wife, the breastfeeding didn't come like straight away. So a lot of the time it was like me feeding because she's like expressed or like formula. And I think that transition period was great for her. Because then she got to sleep.
Chill.
Do you know what I mean? So there was a lot of time like in the beginning stages when we were home and it was like he was with me a lot of the time and she'll be like sleeping. She'll wake up, pump, then she'll get to rest. But now where she's breastfeeding, gosh, if this was straight away, I don't know how she would have handled it. Do you know what I mean? Like when we even think about like women just having to do this from the get-go, we're like, this is mad.
It's your responsibility.
It's your responsibility.
You have to feed the baby.
Like these days, I'm just like, I'm here. Like, what do you need help with? But like, he's literally wake up, breastfeed. Like,
even on top of it, family don't always help. They're trying to, but you realize everyone outside the situation, including us as husbands, like you think you're helping and sometimes you're just making it worse. So it's like, let's say baby's crying. I'll see my mum say, oh yeah, maybe baby needs food. And it's like, that's my breast, bruv. Like, so basically, me, I'm sitting down. You want me to just feed this? You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes, obviously, she knows the baby's crying. She's gonna be, but you know, like sometimes everyone's just like, oh, baby's hungry, like, and that means you have to activate every single time. And when you're in front of people, you have to do it like quicker. There's pressure. There's a lot that's actually happening. Like when I'm thinking back to like how things can be, I'm like, rah. Maybe she was pissed.
No,
do you know
I've
what I
learned
mean?
that the hard way.
I've
like
learned.
The first time he was crying, and I was like, "Oh, maybe he's hungry." She's like, "You think I don't know?"
Yeah. My breasts are throbbing right now. My breasts are throbbing.
Like, I was like, "Oh, sorry." Like, let me just hold him until you're ready to.
And I'm saying my breasts are throbbing, but that's a real thing.
Oh yeah,
like they'll actually feel when the baby's crying. They'll actually feel like
when he cries,
it's like, yo, we need to feed. Like it's so on a whole biological level. it's crazy. It's mad. As man, you just nut.
Yeah.
You literally just nut. Like, and that's it. Like, not that's it, but.
Did you
like,
not feel mad
simple.
useless during the pregnancy?
Pregnancy?
No.
No. I felt too helpful.
Yeah.
I felt too helpful. Like there was a point where her mum had to. My mum-in-law, God bless. Not saying she's passed, but like, God bless her.
Yeah.
There was a point where, and my sister-in-law, they were like, "We need to get him out the ghetto." She's ragdoll.
Yeah.
Where do you want me? Can you come
Yeah.
pick me up and make come here?
Yeah.
And there was a point where my sister-in-law said, "You don't need him to do all of that. Like,
Yeah.
just chill. It's fine. You'll be fine. You can get to because at that point she was still going to work. Like, you can get to. There's a bus outside of the house. You can take the bus. You don't have to wake him up before he goes to work. He has to now figure out getting back to sleep, and it's fine. You can get home. Like, you can go. You can get to work. So there was that one. That one was tough, man. That one's tough. Because you see, you know what it is, yeah? When someone has to wake up early and you're not scheduled to wake up that early.
Yeah, it's painful.
Because all I want to do is try and get back to sleep. Do you think you can get back to sleep after you've been in the
Yeah.
car, drove up there?
Yeah.
But I'm going to
awake
try,
now.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
I'm
know
gonna
how.
try.
I know how.
Oh,
you're
bro.
good at
Yeah,
that,
you
man.
mastered that.
Yeah.
Me,
Veteran.
I'll just be thinking, bro, I've only got 5-10 minutes left. Like, it's annoying and picking. And that was fine, but her sister was like, she's just being
She's
a
doing
bit
too
of a,
much.
she's being a bit of a princess. She's always been like that. It's fine. And then can you speak to her, please? Because I can't tell her that. Then I spoke to her and she said, it's fine. Let me off the hook. But I think I was really helpful during the pregnancy. I think I was there. I was present. Like, whatever you need, I'm there. Because I just know, you need me.
Hot water bottles on deck.
Whatever. Hot water bottle, if it's a massage, if it's a, can you grab this? I can't bend down, I can't reach that. I'm there. I'm there. I want to be there. I want to be there. Because I need something in my emotional depth file.
To say I did this.
Can you imagine?
I need something in that depth file.
I painted the house.
When
I painted the house.
Oh, yeah. He was always painting at
I
one
was always
point.
painting at one point.
The whole house.
My room, the corridor, all the corridors, and the sitting room. All the corridors. I have to make it look bigger. I have to make it
You're
sound
like,
better.
this is not enough.
I'm not like, anyone that's had a house before, not like VP. All the corridors. All the corridors.
And no room. So that's the house. Like,
No
those are the
beyond
main
corridors.
locations. Like, I can't even paint the bathroom. It's marble. It's freaking out.
Man said all of them,
All of the corridors. Did the first, the second, the third corridor.
Where do
bro.
you live, bruv?
You know what I mean?
All of them, I'm painting his whole street. He said, you need your corridors painted. I got paint. It's just turn it up. All the corridors, man.
Oh, shoot.
Because there's times, like, did you not like forget that she was pregnant, but like, say you're just laying in bed chilling, but she's pregnant, so she's feeling moving. Like, she don't tell you about every kick in it.
Yeah.
So then some nights when she does, you're like, oh, maybe yesterday, did I even ask? Like, how?
Yeah.
So, like, was you then being more conscious that, let me make sure I'm asking about her? Because, like you said, like, it's not just about the baby, but, like, it's her body that's going through it. You know, like, when all the diaphragm is moving to her and the kidneys, they've told the kidney to move as well.
Everything moves.
Now, how useful was you in those senses as well? Not just on, like, around the house, but towards her.
The actual child, or
towards your
the
wife.
bump. I think I was doing the most. I'd be wanting to like sing, dance, whatever.
That's not
shine
doing
the
the,
light.
That's not doing the most.
Shine the light.
Yeah, you know,
Where?
shine the light on the belly. Apparently, they can see light in it. So like, apparently they can.
No,
I was told.
No, I don't. I'm not.
You haven't found that one out.
I'm trying to look because every time someone says something, I look at the science behind it.
Yeah. Or maybe they can't see, but they respond to light or something like that. Apparently, if you shine the light on
The baby's
on
belly.
the belly, apparently that they can sense something or something like that.
They
So they
reach
might
out to it or something.
they might start like moving or whatever.
Okay.
But that ain't me. I experienced it.
Okay.
It's true.
I'm learning.
Yeah. Oh, we're always learning. There's
Always
always
learning.
research. There's new
Yeah.
papers every day.
So the baby came in. See, was you guys shining light that
Yeah.
Tuesday? I thought I saw
Sometimes
something.
it was bright. But yeah, no, I think I was helpful towards her, or like paying a lot of attention. I don't think I asked, did the baby kick, though, to be fair. Once she was home, I'd like have my ear there and all this kind of stuff. But only if she told me, oh, yeah, it hasn't really moved around too much. Then I'd be okay, cool. Then I'll be asking. But other than that, I'm just not trying to be too much in the business of like...
Same.
Because I know I'm just going to keep worrying.
Yeah.
If I'm just like, did you kick? It's like, chill out, man. Even he or she needs to sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, yeah. Babies sleep all the time.
Yeah, that's more time what they're doing. That's what then I'm even thinking giving birth is mad. Like they're thinking, I was chilling here. Now my waterbed is gone. And all of a sudden I'm getting flushed out.
Yeah.
And it's tight. It's
weird,
like I was squashed out to get out.
That's why, have you seen water births?
I haven't actually seen
They're
water
so
births,
different
you know?
because like it's a hands-off technique where we don't touch. You know, like if you're giving birth on land, I would hold like the mom's perineum and make sure that it doesn't tear and stuff. Whereas in the water, what you never want to do is stimulate a baby so much so that they know that, like, because you know when they come out, it's like
Yeah.
you don't want them to do that in water.
Yeah,
so then it's a hands-off technique.
So they
but-
wouldn't actually know. That's
Exactly.
It sounds so
and
smooth.
we keep the temperature like at a specific temperature. Like, okay, we want it to be warm as well, so that it's not a shock. So when they come out, it's so beautiful to see a baby sometimes just come out in the most beautiful way, and they're just chilled until we touch. But as soon as we touch, we grab them out. Like
Yeah.
They're like,
I'm
wait, what?
like,
To the real one,
literally, it's definitely a shock. Like literally, I'm like, okay, come like
enjoying too much.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Too
It's
much.
like
'Cause
catching
they've never
fish.
used their lungs. They've never
fish
used
out
their
the water.
lungs.
Yeah. So they not that they can breathe in the water, but they don't need to breathe.
No, they
if that
don't.
makes
They,
sense.
there's no respiratory. Like they
Yeah.
don't breathe through their nose. Everything is placenta.
Yeah.
So then, like as soon as you bring them out, that's the first time that they will use their lungs, and it just pushes out all the water.
Crazy.
They learn to breathe like that. Bow.
Bang.
Some people don't believe in God, you know.
Yeah, they learn to
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why sometimes, you know, like people say, you know, like we clean them and stuff. Sometimes, like, people don't realize that I'm really trying to get this baby to breathe. Like,
you're rubbing
because
the back
I'm
of
rubbing, I'm like, don't play. Like, 'cause sometimes, as a midwife, you will know there's different types of shock where I'm like, okay, this baby will cry. It's just, but there's some babies that you're like, cry, please. And I like use the towel, I'm like, clean them, like, don't. Then I just say like,
Yeah.
Never mind
Thank
for
God.
baby.
That was the old school bum smack, but they've removed
yeah,
that now,
we
innit?
removed that. No, we don't dangle and we don't smack. But sometimes a baby will come out, and I know this baby doesn't need to like necessarily have a big cry. This baby's alert enough.
Yeah.
Put baby on the chest. I don't need to now be.
She can love me, bruv. I'm awake.
Yeah. I'm here.
Can you imagine you're there chilling someone? Hey, you're upside down dangling. Of course I'm gonna cry now, bro. I'm upset.
No, babies go through it. That's why I wish all women could have like dimmed lights, you know.
Yeah,
I've had births where it's beautiful, candles are lit, there's music playing in the background, and you know, baby comes out, it's a gentle, you know.
That's key.
I have births like, because sometimes NHS is mad crazy, and I shouldn't even say this out loud, but we move, But NHS is mad crazy, and sometimes a woman should, all women should get what we call the golden hour, whereas an hour of, I'm not disturbing you, I'm not doing anything, I'm not stressing you out, just bond with your baby. You, dad, and baby, and your birth partner, just bond with baby. But when NHS is crazy busy, they don't get that golden hour. It's in, out like a conveyor belt. Baby's out. But,
Need to get out.
do you know what I mean? But this lady that I had one time, I remember it was a beautiful birth. That baby was out, gentle, breastfeeding, chilled. So I was like, and I knew that if I say she's given birth,
They're gonna
kick her out. So I went out, and then my manager was like, "Oh, how's she doing?" Bro, she just asked me how she's doing, innit? I'm not gonna. I said she's doing well. She's really coping well. I don't need to say. Baby's out in it. So I was just like, okay, cool. I'll check up on you later. I was like, no, it's cool. I know it's busy on the unit, bro. A part of me is I'm happy chilling with her too.
Secretly, this is your Skype. That's her Skype. Baby's all good. Mother's good. You're there checking up. Oh, you guys are right. Take as long as you want. This manager don't know. Baby's been born.
Exactly. I kid you not. Yes, she wanted to go shower and the baby was. I was holding the baby. Bro, my manager came in. Normally they not. My manager came in, this is me.
Goddamn white baby.
I'm there singing Silent Night, bro.
Ariana, what are you doing here? I was literally like, she's like, baby's out. I was like, just now. I was like, baby came out just now, like beautiful birth. This
Miraculous.
Yeah. She's like, oh, okay, that's good. please get them downstairs. I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In my head, I was thinking,
Time is up.
but you have to do those things. Like, I feel like sometimes in life, you have to lie.
Yeah,
like, you just have, no one goes about being completely honest or doing things exactly the perfect way. You have to do, you have to.
Some truths are worth bending.
Yeah.
When you know, like, just give them some time.
That's her right anyways, but she was never going to get that because that day was crazy busy. I don't know, that month, everyone was 9
So
months.
how do they? How do you send people off? Like baby's born, not even in a bit, just alright.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like,
yeah.
you know, like even when I bought my house, I was annoyed that they didn't give me like booklet.
yeah.
Manual.
Oh my gosh, they don't give enough instructions.
Yeah.
Man.
They
They don't.
I'm just here,
Send you home.
Or leave. They leave your house. Like,
Yeah.
Was they even there? No, I wasn't there. I was in DLT. So I don't even know if anyone was there. Like,
real flex.
You know, like that.
Partying whilst the house is...
Come on.
Man, it's exchange. Back home, they exchange. My man's listening
that.
to
Yeah,
music
like
like that.
Like I was, because you know sometimes like you'll see people get new house and they're doing keys, but they have wicker basket with pamphlet. Is it Bellway? And fruit.
You didn't get any of
I
that.
didn't get that. Like, I thought I was gonna get that. So even with the baby, like, cool, I'm doing the classes, or some people do the classes. Like, y'all just say, cool, innit? Like, okay, in 6 months, go and get this.
No.
Like,
We do that. We have like we have like a go home talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you're gonna go home. This is what's gonna happen. And even though you leave the hospital, a midwife will come and see you at home. And stuff.
Yeah, they
back
do
in the
have
day,
that in NHS,
midwives used to always go to your house for the visits, but now they're so short-staffed, you have to go to them, which is terrible. It's like a woman just had a cesarean.
You see, because when they told you that you should do nursing, there was space.
They're taking all of my friends at that time.
Very true.
Because all of us didn't get into midwifery.
There was space.
No, it's so annoying. But no, we have like a going home, and there's always a helpline where we say like anything goes wrong, anytime, call. Or if this happens with baby, come A&E. If this happens with you, come to this area of the hospital. So we have that, guide and stuff, and we're so used to repeating the same thing to these women and stuff.
I know the I think it was either the first or second night where we were home, we went straight back to A&E because they don't tell you that he's gonna be that's how they breathe. I'm like, what is this?
Are you alright, bro?
So we'll pick him up and we're like, is he alright? I'm not sure. You know what? Let's just go to the hospital now before it gets worse. And then we got there and said, no, that's how he breathes. I said, why does he this? Bro.
No, but it's always but that's better for you to just be like, oh damn, that was just a wasted journey. It's always better.
It's always better that way.
Than I didn't go and something's wrong. I'm gonna just go in and see. But no, they breathe all fun.
Worst thing you can do is go there like late, and then they're saying, how long has he been breathing like this?
No, I hear it. I swear. I swear.
That is one of the funniest questions doctors ask. How long has this been going on for? You don't want to tell them. Since I was born, bro. You want to say, don't you feel it too, bro? Don't you experience that as well, bro?
Oh my gosh. That's too funny.
What would you say is like the most amazing things that you've seen like a man do in those situations? Let's pick up the man.
I love that you asked me that. I feel like nowadays men are. It's so beautiful to see how they are in the labor room because they come in all knowledgeable. They know exactly what's going on. It's so refreshing. And I remember there was one guy that I had one time, and that baby might be 4 years old now. But I remember him being one of the best dads I've ever seen in the room. And that's because he loved her how she wanted to be loved. Because going through the transition, she was pissed at one time. He knew how to step back. He knew when to hug her. He knew when to kiss her. He was giving her sips of water. In between the contractions, he was putting Vaseline on her lips. Because I always say, you don't have to look like what you're going through. That gas in there makes their lips so dry. So dry. So like giving her sips of water. And I remember when she was pushing, he was next to me. He was like, no, babe, no, he's coming. And you know, some men, not all men can even do that. And that's not me saying that you have to look to be a great dad, but he was just so supportive, like giving her words of affirmation constantly. And I remember because she had a tear, when I was stitching, He was like, no, babe, I promise you, just like before. It looked
Just like before.
Because
See, sometimes you have to lie.
No, go away. I switch well, so that looked good.
No,
No, because every time every time.
That shit toe up. She got a spare needle in her mouth.
You have to look at him. It's going to be 5 months still.
No, but he was really good, and we have other guys that like. And I always say that I actually like when men know their capacity.
Yeah.
It's always okay because we have men faint all the time. I've had men vomit on my feet, like just not got to the toilet in time. Because it depends. Okay, for example,
He didn't get to the toilet on time.
No, he didn't get to the toilet on time
Nigga was finished.
because I was hearing, you know, and I'm like, I'm
His
looking at the
pride
woman.
is holding it down.
It was like, I will not vomit. And in my mind, I'm looking at the woman, I'm like, it's not her. So it's only one other person in the room. And I was just like, do you want to get to the toilet? He's like, yeah. And I think the brought out the vomit. Do you get me? And he vomited all over my Crocs. I was just like, oh God.
Pete, your Crocs got holes as well.
Yeah,
A bit of vomit on your socks.
So now I have Crocs that don't have holes because that traumatized me. Because it was in my socks, it was everything. I was just like, this is hell. But I like when men know their capacities in terms of, for example, you know you're not good with blood. You know you're not, because some people try to look at when we're putting an epidural in. That's a sight for sore eyes. Like, I'm used to it.
Big one, isn't it?
It's a big one.
Big needle,
So I remember one guy was like, no, I'm good. Bam.
You heard him collapse.
What?
He didn't even know it.
He didn't know,
He didn't even
Today
know
was
it.
the day he discovered.
He didn't know he wasn't
Do you know what it
good.
is? I was annoyed because I said it. I said, oh no, don't look like. And the anaesthetist said, don't look. Do you know what that is? He went, like, I heard his head
Flat,
go
yeah.
bam. And now you have to go A&E because you can't see the bathroom. He was knocked out. And in my head, I was thinking, know your capacity. Men in the labor room, know your capacity. It doesn't make you less of a man.
Yeah,
you
it's
stand
true.
next
It
to her.
does.
It's true.
It doesn't make
As a man, I'll tell you it does.
it doesn't make you less of a man. No, it doesn't.
He couldn't come back and tell me he fainted. He couldn't come back and tell
but
me.
I'm
He
saying-
wouldn't. He
no.
wouldn't. He wouldn't. You'd have to make up the story.
No, I'm
sorry,
saying,
don't
ever tell me that.
No, I'm saying it doesn't make you less of a man to know your capacity that, you know what, blood is a bit much for me. Vomit is a bit much. No, do you know why? Because sometimes it's traumatic. For example, if a woman is bleeding a lot, I'm going to take out clots. Do you know what we have to do to get? We have to put our hand like and be scooping out clots from the side. Do you know how horrible that must look to someone that's not used to that? I'm there like in there like trying to get it all out, and I'm seeing a man going. And I'm seeing him like sway like a little bit. And I'm like, you're a goner if you don't sit down and watch.
But man's toughed it out the whole 9 months in the sense that whenever she's like worried about something, man's it's gonna be okay. So that's us being. I'm nervous. Like man didn't kick that much today. Panic. But he's chilling. That's must be man being brave. So now we've come to the room, and this is where I've decided to be weak. I'm gonna leave.
No, but if you know, for example, how are you with vomit?
I'm calm still.
How are you with blood?
I don't know. I ain't seen much blood.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, I ain't seen much.
It can be a lot of blood.
I've been in situations, fight or flight, where I've won. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole different ballgame. But I need to know what I can take as a man as well.
But that's what I'm saying. Stand next to her because you're not helping us there.
Yeah, it's true.
Baby doesn't need you.
I'm gonna look though.
Yeah, you should still.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you know.
I've seen an absolute madness though.
Did you look?
I looked when the baby was coming out. I said, I've never seen that before.
I need to.
I've never seen that. I didn't think it would look like that, but that was my son, bro. I said, raw. I said, raw. But I'm not traumatized. I'm not squeamish. I'm not.
Cool.
I can watch something gory whilst I'm
Some
eating.
men can't sleep with their wives after. Like some men physically can't get hard.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, like, some women will say they do not want their men to see them because they will know the type of guy that they have. But some men, like literally after babies, have not been able to get hard for their wife.
Yeah.
If she doesn't want me to, I won't. But I want to.
Yeah. First
Do you feel
one.
like it would affect you?
Nah.
Pussy's too good, man.
Don't talk about
And you know what people. No, but
true,
you know what people get scared of. They get scared that it's gonna be super loose, and I keep saying that it's a muscle. Like it gets tight, and some women even say it feels tighter. It feels tighter the first time you have sex, like after you've had a baby because the spinal muscle is contracted, it's gone all the way back to.
Yeah.
But someone will be like, oh, I'm scared I'll get. I'm like, listen, he's about to have the best time.
Factory
The
reset.
best, the best, the best. The Kegels is key
thing
though,
is
because
key.
their pelvic floor is literally on the floor.
Yeah.
Like it's like they'll piss themselves.
Yeah.
They'll piss
Yeah.
themselves.
They'll wee themselves.
I've heard of it a lot with like women, like they might, like after birth they might just have an episode where they're just laughing,
And then they'll be.
mad, and they just piss themselves.
Tell them all the time, you need to
Crazy.
do your pelvic floor.
Yeah.
I
you have
even
to do
asked that yesterday, but I don't even think the woman teaching the class understood my question. It was like, when it's during labour, is it safe to make her laugh? Like, cause you know, even now when I'm making her laugh, I see the belly moving. Yeah. It's just all up and down, up and down. Like during pregnancy, say like the baby's crowning and you accidentally bust a joke and she starts laughing. Is that dangerous for the baby?
I don't think she can laugh, you know.
It's not dangerous at all.
It's not dangerous at all.
No,
Cool.
but
She
you
can
would have to
laugh.
be
You're funny as hell.
funny.
Like
You're
you're funny.
funny.
If you can make her laugh during crowning, you're nigga. You need to hit the stage. Like, and you have to. You don't even need to tell jokes. Just tell them what you did.
Yeah. If you can make her laugh.
Bro, you won't even want to
Babies are
laugh.
safe.
Yeah, they're
You know,
safe.
people, like, when I move some women's bellies and stuff, they're like, oh my God, I'm like, I promise you, your baby is so deep in. The water is
Oh,
you
midwives are rough.
We're rough.
Whoa.
What?
Extremely.
The
rough.
way you lot just be pressing her, I
Pressing.
just want to see which.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be surprised.
Is it bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
press.
the bottom of the belly when they squeeze like this.
You have to see the head.
Yeah, to see the head. I was like, you're gonna crush the
You're gonna
head.
crush his head. You're gonna crush him. You're gonna crush him.
What's been like something silly you've seen?
Silly.
Who's been silly in there, men-wise?
Man. Oh, bro, there's one guy here. Oh, God. Like, I remember she was in labor, she was in pain. And I remember he said to me, he's like, oh, Elizabeth, how long roughly? Because I've really got to go. And this is me, sorry, this is him. And he was like, is there no way, like, you can, if you push from the top of the
Can we speed this up, bro? I haven't got annual leave.
He said, what about if you push the top of the belly, like, is it gonna help the baby come up? And I thought to myself, what should I say? And I said to him, you know what, show me. He was like, what? I was like, show me, like, I can't visualize it. Show me. And this is him, no, don't worry.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't want to tell you're stupid.
Yeah,
I want
you
to
have
know
to realize.
yourself.
Yeah.
I want
That's Nigerian, yeah. Go on, show me what you're
I'm
saying.
like, I want you
Nigerian.
to acknowledge that I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. It's too easy.
Yeah. You
So
see,
that's something that
we
was.
would hear her in this pain and we wouldn't try and speed this up, basically. We would just delay
We'll
this
just
pain.
let it go.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So,
My
yeah.
favourite one growing up with like Nigerian is, where should I put it?
Put it on my head. That's exactly what I was thinking about as well.
Nah.
The first time she said it, you don't even clock. You think on your what? On your
your head.
You know, old school Tom and Jerry when they put the hat on, dumbass. Dumbass.
Just me stupid questions. Kind of foolishness.
You guys all had. I was even going to say you guys all had like single babies, like women that have twins. That's a whole different ball game.
Anyone that I know that had twins had a C-section.
Really?
I haven't heard of a natural birth twin yet.
Oh,
Not that I know
might have
of.
been
Not that I know of.
no, you can, especially if both babies are head down.
Yeah.
But one thing, twin pregnancies, you know how like you tell women double everything, even in the hospital, it's double everything. 2 midwives. You're gonna have 2 baby doctors. You're gonna have 2. Like everything is 2 from the beginning.
It makes sense because you
Even
can't
like-
deliver one and be like, okay,
exactly.
cool, that one's there.
Like
Next
literally,
one.
2 midwives. Like if I'm delivering the first baby, the other midwife has to like hold the second baby.
Yeah.
Like from her belly, like hold them down.
Oh wow.
Because what happens is you take out one baby, the other baby's like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Oh,
It's like, what's all this?
shit, Taiwo's gone still.
Yeah.
I'm Kenny.
Like, ooh.
Kende is in the house.
Said I'm Kung Fu Ken.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want them to do that because when they do that, they put themselves in a position that's not suitable for
They
a
start
vagina
moving
birth
around,
and stuff.
yeah,
You want them
yeah,
to
yeah.
still stay head down, but a midwife has to really grab that baby sometimes.
Wow.
But I've had a
From
baby-
the stomach.
Yeah, like just to keep them, you know,
Mad.
don't
Wow.
move. But then I remember that baby, before we knew it, we just saw one like hand come and we're like,
So hand
Shit.
come out first.
straight to
Yeah.
theatre, straight to theatre.
That's too much.
That was going to be part of my next question about myths.
hands. Yeah, you can have like
the
you
hand
can put
can
your
come
hand
out
in.
first.
Like you can have babies that come out feet first.
But that's what I was gonna say. That's dangerous, right? Because the head can
That's
get
breech, innit? When there's feet first. But
And there's-
breach
and
anytime
there's-
there's
and
a
there's-
head down.
There's a
Right.
different
Yeah.
types of breach. There's
Right.
breach like is the baby crossing their legs like this? Breach.
Ah,
Is it breach
yay.
like this? Is it breach bum?
Bum first.
Bum
Oh,
Yeah,
first.
yeah. No. Oh my gosh, I
Bum
had that.
first.
That's a guy named
Crazy. I know a kojo when I see one, bro. I know a kojo when I see it.
You have to smoke him out with egg.
Yes, no, I've had the bumper. I remember I was a student as well, because you know, like when you put your hand in a woman's vagina, like you expect to feel a head.
She said, like
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
so,
yeah.
When you put your hands in, you expect to feel a head, and I put my hand in, I was like, wow, this is soft. And then I was like, this was COVID times where people were coming in for scans because they were scared to get COVID. So she came in, and I remember I put my hand in, and I just just so much poo on my hand.
Oh no, so he pooed in her as well.
No, so he pooed on my hand, bro.
Oh.
Like in terms of like, and I said to myself, heads can't poo.
Yeah.
Fuck! I was like, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like this baby's bum first. And then you have to just deliver one leg, then the other leg, then the head.
Oh.
So with the head joint, how dangerous is that?
What do you mean?
In the head coming out last.
It's slightly dangerous, but there's like mechanisms and ways like we could lift their sort out their chin, like push their chin to like make sure that the head comes out. Because when the head comes out first, the body is a mechanism. Like it knows what to
just
do.
slide
it's
out.
It's not used to legs coming out. And what you never want to do is like stimulate them again. Because remember what I told you, like you wake them up. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But he's still inside.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's head first, they can do that because they're outside now.
Yeah.
But there's ways of us trying to get that baby out ASAP, and it's only specialist midwives that I know and doctors that do it really well.
Oh wow.
And you've been there for.
I was a student then, so I didn't even take the birth and stuff. But yeah,
So you've never done.
I've
one
never
yourself
physically
yet?
delivered a breech baby. No, none of my babies have been breech.
Wow, man.
That's good. That's good. We don't want breech baby.
I think like something that pregnancy, labor, everything kind of showed you is just how fascinating the human body is. Like what God has created it. The fact that it's like after that amount of time, baby's moving in position, the body's getting ready. It's like that's just so mad that just happens. Obviously, it might not happen all the time with the baby's breech, but that's just so fascinating that baby kind of knows, hey, my time's up soon, man. They're gonna free me up.
The body's amazing. Even your body making more blood, like having, because it means that you're gonna bleed out, like gonna bleed a lot on that day. It's just amazing how the body works. I feel like if I was never a Christian, midwifery, I could not be a Christian. It's too
there's
like,
too many
it's
unexplainable things.
Too many things can go wrong that when it goes right, you're like, rah.
Yeah.
So what are some like myths that need dispelling?
Eating for two. Bro, your baby's belly is this small. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's true.
One burger's still enough.
She ain't even got like the appetite ain't really increased like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. Right, is this? Everyone always messaged me this and that, and eating for two definitely isn't one people have said. But TV made you think that, or made me think that. I was like, right, she ain't really gone mad still. Like she'll be hungry in the morning. That's
Like
normal.
normal.
That's normal.
She just says it out loud now. You know.
That's a myth. There's one that if your baby has lots of hair, you will have indigestion, like heartburn.
I've heard that.
And I'm like, no, that's science. Your pyloric sphincter is much wider, so fluid comes back up.
Right.
That's just science. There's nothing to do. Your baby's hair is down. I look at these things. I'm like, your baby's hair is down there.
Yeah.
What's giving you heartburn is up here.
Yeah.
So if he has lots of hair, is it that it has 30 inches? That went all the way up here. That's tickling your chest.
Yeah.
That's a myth.
I've heard that joke still.
What else is a myth? Aqua water.
Whoa,
They talk a lot. Yeah, they talk a lot about aqua water. So the aqua water, the science is not. So aqua water helps with hydration. Yeah, but no more than the science behind it is no more than if you drank 2 liters a day.
Right.
So you drinking aqua water is helping you with hydration, but it doesn't necessarily translate to lubricating
Down there.
there.
So wait.
And when they say lubricate, what are you saying the aqua water is lubricating? Your vagina?
Yeah.
or your perineum, is it lubricating your perineum, which is outside, that's the thing that tears. So what's slipping out exactly? Are you telling me that the okra water you ate was so much that it lubricated your whole baby's body and your baby slipped out?
Yeah,
Basically,
there's okra on the baby.
There's okra on the baby and the baby slipped out. It's okay for, I'm also a big believer of, if you feel like it works, if it's not going to hurt you, do it.
Yeah.
Bro, when I'm pregnant, I'm going to drink okra water. I will drink it if it's, but let's talk about science. What's being lubricated? Because I see women drinking and they're gagging from me. I'm like, relax.
It's fine.
You don't need to
You're
do
going to
this to
stress yourself. So people chop okra and put it in water.
Have you not seen this?
I've never seen this before in my
Yeah,
life.
they chop it and they drink
Mandy
it.
was having like more like fufu and all that kind of stuff with okra stew. So that was her vibe. But I've never heard of okra water.
Yeah.
I can't remember what show I was watching. It was one of the housewives or one of them, but she was making like a big jug
Of
and
okra
there was
water.
bare okra
That's
in there, bro.
horrible.
It's just hydration, but it's not necessarily, it's what makes your baby slip out of your vagina. And when people say stuff, you're like, but when I did it, bro, you're not one person. You don't even make 0.0001% of this research that we would use to say okra water works. But I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
That I'm okay with people telling people
Placebo
to do, because it doesn't
effects.
hurt. It doesn't hurt you. You can do it. But some people spread stuff that I'm like, no, that's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
But
What's
okra
a
water,
dangerous myth then? Like, what's something that you've seen maybe people say and it's
should
like,
do or
that's actually dangerous. Like, that's misleading.
Ooh. I don't know what's dangerous that people say. I don't know. I think what people say, actually, is there's this new thing of, you don't need to push your baby out, your body will do it for you.
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah.
And I know what they're talking about. It's the fetal ejaculation reflex, which doesn't always happen to everybody. Some women will never feel the need to push, and the baby's there. They will never feel it. It's not everyone. And I tell everyone that anytime you see advice around pregnancy that says this is the answer for all pregnancy, run away. Because it can't. That's bullshit. It can't happen. So they'll say you don't need to push, but and it annoys me because we're really medicalized now, so people don't trust the NHS, and rightly so, because we do too much sometimes. But sometimes you do need the help. So if your baby's heartbeat has dropped, you have women that'll be like, no, my baby will tell me, no, my body knows. And you have like doulas or people that have had 8 kids that think they're pros now. Tell other women that don't do this, they will harm you and blah. And a woman will say, I don't need to push. My baby will tell me when to push. Your baby's heart rate is so low, it's dropping. Like, you need to push. That's dangerous. You can't tell people that they don't need to push. You need to push your baby out. If labor was that simple, your baby flew out, more people will be pregnant.
True. Very, very true.
With the heart rate thing, I've heard that's a lot of people are talking about how they push people to get C-sections these days because apparently it's quicker for the midwives to, like, is that a myth or is that something that you think there's some truth to it?
There's some truth to it. There's some truth to it. I think what people don't realize is that being a midwife and being a doctor, that's our bread and that's our go to work when chilled. But you're coming in 9 months, you've been looking at your wife pregnant. This is your big day. For us, this is a Tuesday. I'm thinking about my day off tomorrow.
You're even going for lunch soon.
I'm going for lunch soon. So I think it's that clash of your excitement and our normality. It doesn't match well. So when you say these things, it sounds crazy, but I hear it. I've heard a doctor say, I'm leaving soon, so should I just do the section so that I can give the night staff less work to do?
Yeah.
And when I say that, people are like, what? I'm like,
yeah. To him, this baby is admin.
This baby's admin. This baby is, if I do this baby, there's only 3 babies left to do for the night staff. And I'm trying to be that nice guy and not give them too much work. Whereas for you, you feel like this is a life-changing, this is your life-changing decision. That's why I'm like, the only way to conquer that is educating yourself before you go. So you're not some person that they send left, right, or just do a cesarean and stuff. But no, babies' heartbeats do drop. But I do feel like people sue a lot now. So doctors now, and on the contrary, they don't want to get sued. So they'll rather do the C-section that they know that baby's going to come out
safe,
cool, or they wait for you and then something goes wrong and then you try and sue. So it goes both ways. But do people go for cesareans that they don't need to go? If I've gone in 100 cesareans, I would say at least 60 were not necessary.
Wow. Interesting. Were they not sold, but were they told that it was necessary? If you can't answer that, don't.
No. Me, you don't know me. I don't. They were advised that it would be best.
Right.
You see, that white coat syndrome. Somebody's come. they're knowledgeable.
Of course.
And who wants to not give their baby the best?
Yeah, of course.
But it's the best for who?
Yeah.
Is it the best for you're going home soon? Is it but we know it's the best.
Am I allowed to put on scrubs?
If you go into theatre, yeah, but not because you need to, yeah. I've had dads
Yeah, I
wear
was
gloves.
pissed, man.
Where I'm like,
I was
go and
pissed. Man
sit
said he
down.
got the gloves on him. Man said that's what's in the bag. He packed it in the bag.
You want to wear gloves
did
on?
you need
I'm
me?
like, that's not what we need you for.
Must hat.
He said, all you're going to do is paint. Gloves out.
What would you do if she went into labour at home and you were at home?
We can't, because of the epilepsy.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I'm not doing
Even
it.
risking.
I'm going to say that's a usual thing though, no?
So usual thing, yeah, when women just like go
They
into
just start
sporadic
going
labour,
Mm.
call it
Oh.
precipitated labour, and then women
Oh,
just go
right.
into labour.
And then, but I've got time, no, to get her to the hospital. Or does that mean the baby's coming in 10
Yeah,
minutes?
like sometimes women like they could be in the toilet, waters break, and the head's coming.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
I think I could do it.
Hey, you should believe it. I want you to believe that you can, because
that's
if
how
you
you
believe
start.
you can't,
No,
it's a bigger problem. It's better for you to believe you can.
Like, not that I'm breaking down your job as easy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But
By the time the baby's coming out, they're
Yeah,
The job is done.
I
Switch
just
on.
need to catch you now. Like,
yeah.
Open the windows, get some towels, put the
Yeah.
dog away, push.
Yeah.
That.
Wait, would you open a window?
No, I was about to say don't open the window.
Oh, okay,
open the
because
window.
when you said
No,
open the window, I was thinking, did
You
you
don't
hear
know why
that
I
in the baby
opened
class?
it. I'm opening it so I can call for help. That's why I opened it. I've opened the help.
The phone is not enough, bro. We need local help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need neighbours. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my
and there's
God.
enough women on the street that have had kids as well, innit? That's why I opened the window, not for fresh air.
Just as a side note, I haven't heard someone call for help.
in
What do
a
you
long
mean?
time.
Like in a long time, but
Oh,
it's like
like-
if you was in your house and you heard someone saying help.
I'm calling 999.
Yeah.
What's the
it's all about
emergency?
business.
Someone just shouted help and I ain't heard it in a long
Someone's,
time.
yeah.
We got Neighborhood Watch, man. I subscribe to it.
Oh,
You know that I pay attention to my street. I be listening. Sometimes it's
called
just
the
the
police the
foxes
other day.
having sex.
Yeah.
It's better to check. Who did
What's
you almost call the
going on?
I
police?
almost
the
called the
other day?
police the other day. It was after the last live stream that we did the other day.
Yeah.
When I went home, like just to turn onto my road, there was a car that was just there. And like the headlights was on. I was like, yo, why would you park there anyway? Like,
Yeah.
just move forward and then that'll be easier to get
To
my
get
road.
in, yeah.
So I've turned into my road and I've kind of looked and I was thinking, is that car empty? So I was like, this is weird anyway. So I've parked my car andVe gone inside my house, but I've gone inside my house doing checking shoulders. I don't know if this is just in case they were trying to, you know what I mean? Like it's like 1
Where the
a.m.,
corridors,
2 a.m.,
nigga? Where the corridors?
I'm thinking, what's going on? Okay, cool. I've gone into my room. Like, so every so often I'm just checking through the window. And the car's still there and the headlights are still on. So I've told my wife now and I'm like, this is booky. Like, I don't know if somebody's in there as well. And then the lights turned off and then turned back on. Thinking, this is weird. Like, so eventually I looked properly and I saw the car's empty. And I realized, I think somebody just abandoned the car.
Oh,
So
right.
in the morning when I woke up, the car was still there.
With the
But-
lights on?
No, lights
Oh,
are dead. Battery's
right,
dead.
Yeah.
So it was there till like probably like 2 p.m. the next day. Like
Yeah.
I was like, raw. Like took Jojo for a walk and it was still there. I was like, oh, I should
Yeah.
take this car. Bro.
Honestly, man.
But did you grow up in a predominantly like safe area?
No.
No.
Where I am now, I feel like it's safe. That's why that is like.
Because I was gonna
Yeah.
say that for
What's
that
going
to
on?
be like a what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
always like in that-
No, now that's a what's going on. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be near my road if you don't have business.
Word. No, I hear it. We have to protect this area, bro. You can't turn it into my last area where police is just normal.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, I was talking to someone and I was like, how like police sirens were so normal. And even then, I'm not saying every day there was police on our road.
Yeah.
Just being in central London, police is going somewhere,
Yeah.
ambulance going is always busy.
Yeah.
You're always hearing it.
Yeah.
And then there was a point I was like, I haven't heard police sirens in ages.
Yeah.
Maybe like, let's say, fair enough, I moved in during COVID. So give it like a year or two and everything starts getting normal. And one day I saw police on our road. I was thinking, what are you guys doing there?
Yeah.
I moved away from this shit. What's actually got? Like, I was actually like, raw police.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen police, so it made me think: is there something going on in this area that I don't know about? But Yeah, bro, but I hear it. Like sometimes I might have to
I
call
wanted
police.
to call still, but I was just like, you know what? Let me not be.
That's
that
a
guy.
funny thing to call police about.
Bro, it's
Like,
a random car, man.
I know, but
I
that's
don't know, man.
real Karen. Like,
Yeah,
that's that
it is.
level. Like, you didn't see someone in trouble.
Well, that's
you
even
felt
be a
in danger.
form. I didn't even feel in danger. I felt my neighborhood was in danger. And there was something going on here.
Three crimes. Minority Report. He's about to commit a crime. Let me call them now. That's cold still. Have you almost called the police?
Nah, dag.
I don't think I've been there yet.
Nah, nothing crazy has happened on my street. It's just me, really. And,
Call police for you.
and beefing my neighbours. But the bin chamber guy, I think he's moved now.
Is
anyway.
it?
Yeah.
Area
I almost
safe
got into
again.
a scrap at the bin chamber. It was rough.
How did you do?
He
Yeah,
cornered
it's-
me.
yeah.
I felt captured still. I felt captured. What? This big guy I had to rib shot him, try get, and then run.
Yeah, sizzle that story.
Hey, I like it, man. I like
it's
it.
all the corridors, man.
I hear you.
There were like 15 of them. It was
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Quick on makeup of your family, like siblings, mum, dad, like how many in the household?
I've got 2 brothers.
Yeah.
That's it, and my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Got one older and one younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, one. I don't know about your other brother, but one of your brothers is very on the straight and narrow because he listens to this podcast. He's even a member.
Yeah.
Straight and narrow game. What good man.
He honestly loves you guys. Like a lot. So I was like,
shout out to Gabe. I will give you nickname.
Would you deliver family members?
I have.
Yeah, you have.
Oh wow.
Smooth.
Was it pressure? Like, was it
No,
like,
but
I'm pregnant?
I feel like some of my friends are taking the piss, and I'm happy to say that. Like I feel like, oh, Mama Dinya's my sis or my friend. I'm just gonna what happens if I deliver this baby? You still have to keep this baby after. And I
That's
feel like,
also true.
Stop getting relaxed. But my sis, she's not my biological sister, but you know when someone's your sis.
Yeah.
So the first one, I remember she was in my house. And my dad was so traumatized because he's not used to seeing women in labor in the house.
She's in your house.
Yeah, no, she was actually at my house this
Just
time.
chilling.
Oh. And I remember
she was chilling. She felt the labor signs from early. She said,
I want to go to Mama Dinya's house.
Come to your house.
And I remember we're doing well because I'm a big stay at home as long as you can if you have a low-risk pregnancy. So we're just chilling. My dad, I'm not joking, my dad went to go get the car. He was outside. This is him. Oh, yeah. And I was like, no, we're not ready. This is him. She's screaming like this, she's ready. And I'm like, I'm a midwife, like, she's not ready, bro. Like, she's not ready.
He's like, she's ready.
She's not ready.
Oh, yeah. That is when
He
your dad is ready to go,
he did not cope well.
Yeah.
He did not cope well. Like, the idea of her in pain, he did not cope well. And I remember, like, fast forward, when I came back home, this is him. Never in your life you bring a friend to this house that is in labor. You do your thing outside. But she had her first baby. I remember we had her first baby in the hospital. Baby's head was coming out, and I think they're about to take her to have like an instrumental birth. And she's my sis, innit? I grabbed the head. I was like, bro, if you don't push now, you just gotta do a little scare tactic. She pushed like. That baby flew out. Baby was out. Then second time she was pregnant again. And every time my friends are pregnant and close to their due date, I put them on my favorite so that it can bypass my do not disturb.
Right.
And I remember I was glammed, dressed, I was going to a party, and I just see my phone and I was like,
fuck.
I was like, hey. She's like, I'm in. And
Oh.
I was like, I remember just going on Waze, like going on, and I saw Waze literally turned me right around, and I went to her house, I remember, and then she was like, okay, cool. She took her upstairs to the bathroom because I'm a big dim the lights, chilled. I even have this recorded, funny enough, because I love memories. Chilled in the bathroom, and I was like, just chill, you got this, blah, blah, blah. She was still in early labor, so she pooed, and sometimes when they poo, it's like it opens the passageway for them to just do it. So I remember she was just in the bathroom, we were chilling, and then before I knew it, I just heard,
Yeah.
and that sound,
that
glorious sound.
That's the sound where you know. Yeah. They're pushing.
When you hear the,
yeah.
like you're trying to, that poo that won't come out.
That's the sound my son makes a poo, though. That
That's
gave me
the
PTSD
sound.
right there. To change him now.
That's the sound.
When she did that, I remember thinking, do I have time to go to the hospital? Like, we should just not give birth in the hallway.
Yeah.
So I just said, let me call the ambulance. And I'm a big research babe. I was like, let me see how the ambulance would actually direct me. because I was like, let me see how they would do. I know what to do, but let me see. So I called them, and he was brilliant. Obviously, I'm doing what I need to do and stuff. Baby came out beautifully, and when the ambulance came,
the fact that you did a test of the
yeah.
ambulance,
yeah.
he's doing the right thing.
I want to know if they do it well. And he I was
cool.
like, if I didn't know anything, they did it well for me to realize what to do. I remember even placenta, they had to use shoelaces to deliver it. Whereas at the work we have So I used shoelaces, did everything, and I thought the ambulance would come in and take over and do it. The ambulance came in, they're like, oh, what can we get for you? Like to carry on doing your thing. And I was like, what can you get for me to carry on? But I was like, you lot are trying to skive off work. Come on.
Come on, tell me shout, bro.
Come on, do what you gotta do.
You see, I got heels on.
Exactly, I was glammed. I remember I actually see my hair was done, even in the video, I could see my hair was done. Everything. But that was a beautiful one. That was a friend of mine.
Did you go back to the party?
No, I
that would have been a sick story.
No, I didn't
Went back before
it wouldn't
the
be
show
sick because
started.
it was a midwife's birthday. Like, we're used to all this. But it was, that's a friend that I do. And any of my friends that are pregnant now, I'm sure my favorites, I'll have like 2. Just to support them, not necessarily birth their babies, but if they gave birth, I wouldn't just be like, oh, I can't do it. I would do what I need to do.
I get why people get sent home, but I've heard the story once that someone got sent home and it ended up delivering the baby in the car on the way back home.
That happens every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
That happens every because no one can guess, but we can't admit you on like early. So it's like some people be like, NHS are rubbish. They sent me home and I delivered at home. I'm like, more times when you're at home, you're relaxed. You're in your own space. When you get to the hospital, sometimes women's contractions disappear.
Do
you get what I mean? Because the adrenaline is too much. Whereas if you're at home and you're relaxed, your body does what it needs to do. So I did send you home when you were 2 centimeters, but you gave birth because your body just did what it needed to do. I've had babies in the lifts. I've had babies in the car park.
I like a story like that still.
That's cold.
It's
coming with baby in hand, linked. Like umbilical cord still there.
You
guys fucking mad. You can't see me.
You can't see me.
Back home, bro.
That's funny.
You mad? It can progress really quickly though.
Fast.
Can really like with my daughter, my missus knew to like hold on as much as possible because of my sister-in-law having like 2 kids as well. So when we got to the hospital, because at that point she was like, I'm in too much pain, we need to go. And then they were like, oh, she's 8 centimeters or something like that. We was like, it's go time. But obviously I'm like, oh shit, I need to go and I didn't actually bring the bag like that. I wasn't ready for them to say, because it was COVID, they didn't just take you up. It was like, they had to like, it was like triage sort of thing. So, but then with my son, it was like, again, I think she was like, straight away, it was like, go up in. So I didn't have to worry about being sent back. But I would have been pissed with the first one. Because that one was all the way in Euston. We're in Essex. Are you mad? We'll wait in this car park till you're 5.
I send women home all the time.
I bet they wait in the car park.
It's painful. It is stressful. And sometimes you're so busy. Like one time I was eating crisps. I remember I was eating crisps. I was going for my lunch because we were crazy busy. And I was like, I just need 5 minutes away. Because I can't do it. Like it was too much. It's just baby after baby. Your brain's not working. And I was eating my prawn cocktail. I was walking to the door and I just hear, like in the waiting room. And I remember just having like my crisp in my mouth, like, huh? This is delivered in the hallway. Wow. And it's annoying because women shouldn't have to deliver in the hallway. It's irritating. That's why sometimes you're like, oh, you won't give this woman the golden hour because someone else is going to give birth in the lift if I don't get you out of this room ASAP and use this room. So it's literally like a conveyor belt. The hospital is a conveyor belt.
What's the busiest months? September, October, November?
Yes.
Valentine's and
we have, and we will know. Like I will know in January because of the women that booked their pregnancies. Right. How pissed we're gonna be in. Like we gauge it. You don't just surprise us. We know that January 500 women booked, so we know that we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
But are you feeling? Well, maybe on your side, maybe not. But like, you know, they say obviously people having less kids. Yeah. Just because of obviously like, you know,
I don't feel like that.
You wouldn't. I don't think you would.
I don't feel like people having less kids. I think they haven't. There was a guy that left the hospital with me and he was like, I'll see you in like 11 months. And I was like, in my head, so I feel like for the people that are not having less kids, the ones that are having more are having more. Balancing.
But I feel like where you are in the, let's say if it was, how would you describe it? If it was a funnel. You're so close to that where birth is happening, you wouldn't see it. But in areas, people will know there's not as much people having kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some of these areas, there's like 60+-year-olds. There's like
Yeah.
people ain't having.
Like,
do you know what I
there's
mean?
not many
Yeah.
newborns on my street.
Yeah,
I don't think there's
yeah.
any.
But where you
People
are,
having
people.
kids later though. Women
Yeah,
are having
true.
kids like established well into their career
Yeah.
before having kids.
Yeah,
We have a
yeah.
lot more IVF babies now because women. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I've noticed is that younger, we're not having that as much teenage pregnancies.
Oh yeah. That's true.
As back in the day,
That's true.
nah,
Rife. Yeah.
everyone was getting pregnant. But now people are waiting way into their careers. I'm having mums that are having their first baby at 52.
Wow.
Wow.
That was one lady. I had one lady that was 52. That was
Her husband is shocked. You know, he's thinking, I'll show you menopause, man. I'll show you. He
Yeah,
can't
we have
believe it. That's crazy.
Yeah,
52.
She had
Wow.
We have different women that have like 6, 7, 8. There's a lady that it was her 8th child, and I was like, should I even wear gloves? Like, I feel like you got this yourself.
You got this, man.
Yeah,
you know what to
she
do.
definitely had it. And I was like to her, like, oh, we're gonna see you next year, bantering, yeah. Do you know what she said? She said, I was like, yeah. I thought she was gonna be
real.
like, I thought she was gonna be like, God forbid. You know
Yeah,
how women
yeah,
say?
yeah.
She was like, I was like, whoa. I'll see you
Wow.
again then. That was her 8th child, baby boy.
Yeah, she's populated the earth.
You know?
So for all the 3 women that said I'm not gonna have kids, she's covered there.
Abrahamic this thing.
They all say it's about like the socioeconomic stage and stuff.
Of course. People are going to have more kids when there's more money, bro.
No.
You think less?
People that have less money are having more
kids. People that have more
Oh,
money are
really?
having
Yeah,
less kids.
because people are working, so they're not having kids.
I said I thought.
Okay.
I said I thought.
They might VAR you still.
Maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
me.
'cause I don't
Let me go
remember what you
free.
said. But yeah, that's there's a what's the film called? Idio Crazy or something like that. It's a stupid film, but it's basically like because there's so many kids being born in like trailer parks, and they would have like 10 kids in the trailer park.
Yeah.
Eventually, that becomes the majority, and the minority becomes the rich
Yeah,
and affluent.
yeah, that's
and
true.
so then the world starts being run by those
minority.
people. Yeah, like, it's a comedy,
Which
like,
would
it's a
never
stupid
happen.
comedy.
Never.
I was going to
They
ask
start
about films.
doing stuff.
When you watch film, or like any like hospital films or let's say like John Q. You watch John Q. Denzel Washington. It's like a hostage.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've watched that. Give me like a brief.
It's like his son is
Oh
in
yeah,
his heart.
and they didn't give him. He couldn't have the surgery, so he held them hostage. And
Yeah.
I remember
Hostage
that.
situation at your hospital.
Yeah.
What will you do?
I said, listen, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. I'll be like, I'm just here as whatever you need to do that doesn't cause me harm. Do what you got to do. I support whatever your cause. Your cause, whatever, because somebody has a gun. Who am I fighting for? The NHS? Is that my daddy's business? Even if it was my daddy's business, my life is, important. So I can't imagine ever having a hostage situation in maternity. But we have had men that we've had to call security. Yeah.
To just going crazy.
Or like maybe there's DV and he found out that she's in labor and blah blah blah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've had women because they tell you to check their bellies and stuff, and you see bruises, and you're like, DV increases in pregnancy.
That's crazy.
It increases in pregnancy, and I think people don't realize that. And I feel like some women, that's why I always say that women, you notice red flags, or you notice that he's abusive physically, emotionally, however, you haven't even had kids, and you think kids is what's going to change that.
Him. Yeah.
No, it increases in pregnancy. I've had women that come to me and I'm like, someone's beating you up.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. I've heard stories before of somebody not being happy with pregnancy and then going to do something to the woman. You're like,
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy. But it happens. But yeah.
It does happen. All right, guys, there was a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode. So, if anything did trigger you or, you've learned something new, thank you for sitting with us during this episode. But you know how we round things up. We've got the trivia section, the pop quiz, yeah? It's hard to get to the top, but I think you could do it.
I'm not, I promise you.
I think you could do it.
Don't you remember at the beginning she said she was done?
I promise you I'm not going to, I'm not getting anywhere
Please,
near.
just don't get minus, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read you your rights, yeah? All right, boom. So we're going to ask you 10 questions. You got 4 lifelines. You got Ask a 90s Baby 1 time, so if you're stuck on my question, you can ask 10 more VP for help. You can change the question once, so if you're stuck on the question, you can ask for a new question. You can get multiple choice 1 time as well. So if you're stuck, you ask for multiple choice. We'll read you 4 answers. Hopefully you pick the right one. If you skip, you don't lose a point, but you can only skip 1 time. The final question is worth 10 points. And for every question you get wrong, you lose a point. You ready?
Oh, this is too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Babies born in 2025 are part of which generation?
2025 are part of which generation?
So babies born this year, what generation would they be known as? Generation what?
Generation.
I don't even know the answer to that one.
Nah.
Yeah. Generation.
You got lifelines.
No, it's too early.
Okay.
What? I don't get the question though.
So like Gen X, baby boomer,
The greatest
Gen Z,
generation.
what would they be known as now that 2025 is here? What would those babies be known as? What generation are they part of?
They will still be part of. What? they'll be part of. No, I'm gonna get it wrong, and that's okay. I just don't want to get it wrong. Like I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I would say they're still part of Gen Z, Gen X, baby blue.
That's even worse. I think you're going back.
Oh, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
There's nothing after.
Generation Beta.
What the fuck?
Oh, beta.
Beta.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That was crazy.
Like what? Who gives these names?
I don't
It's
know.
I
okay.
didn't know that before.
If they want to VAR too, innit?
Like, it's trivia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got down on the
Safe.
trivia the other day. They bring it up on me. Don't worry.
Wow.
Your question was how do they make up these? Make up these names. I don't know. Obviously, there was the greatest generation, Gen X, Gen Z, millennials,
I think, was there Gen Alpha?
maybe.
Yeah, there
and
is.
now
I
it's
don't know these things.
Generation
I
Beta.
hate trivia stuff. Like I never get it.
Okay.
That'd be no.
But I hope I get one.
We hope so now
Should.
as well. Which show aired first, Prison Break or Desperate Housewives?
Oh. I would say Desperate Housewives.
You'd be correct.
Oh, well done. There you go. You got your one.
Thank you, God. I'm satisfied. Well, I'm happy to have more, but I'm satisfied.
During pregnancy, what is the role of the mucus plug?
Okay. The mucus plug is just what covers the cervix, and it stops. Like once that's released, labor starts. The cervix can be effaced.
See, now we can even get into that.
Yeah.
Her mucus plug drops. It didn't start the pregnancy. the
Yeah.
labor.
Yeah.
We thought it was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the raincoat for the cervix. It's like the jacket. Once that comes off, show's about to start. Hopefully. Why? What does it say? It's more sciencey.
I was looking for protects the fetus from infections and prevents premature labor, so I'll give it to you.
A jacket.
That-
Yeah.
A jacket.
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Give it to you.
I don't want sciencey questions. I don't want science.
All
To
right.
10.
Could you spell cesarean, please?
Oh my God. Do you know what? I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
Do you know why?
Go on.
You should have
Every
the
time I
whiteboard.
write it, there's that.
Yeah, you can have a whiteboard.
There's that
Yeah.
squiggly line after. Every time I write it.
Because you do it wrong.
Because I do it wrong each time. Are you not dumb? Are you not dumb? Are you not dumb?
You said Caesar. Julius Caesar.
I've said, this is bad. This is not going to look good as a midwife. CAESAREAN.
Come on, dog.
Well done.
You know what you're
You
doing.
thought about it.
You know
No,
what
it's the
you're
pressure.
doing.
It's the pressure
The pressure, I
now.
know.
Yeah. Right, next one. What organ
I
of the
don't want
feet?
maternity questions.
Oh, well. Okay, all right, cool. How many underground tubes?
No, it's okay.
No. I'm asking that one.
What organ?
How many underground tube lines link to London Bridge?
That's, come on, man.
You got lifelines.
Jubilee line. Northern line. Underground.
Yeah.
No Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay. Jubilee Central. Northern. Does Central go to London Bridge? Central Centre of the London. I would say 4.
Oh, no. This is two. This is Jubilee and
and
Northern. But you even had just Central. I thought you'd say fruit anyway.
Jubilee and Northern. But did you hear me say that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did, and I
I
thought
did.
you had it.
That's okay for me. I'm happy that you heard
That's
it.
fine. Yeah. What part of the human body continues to grow till death?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's multiple. So you can give me
What
just
part
one.
of the
Human body
Continues.
grows till death. Yeah, it just continues to grow.
I know it.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
multiple answers. I just need one.
Help.
Okay.
If you want to use
No.
ask her for, okay.
I can't.
When will you use?
Oh, I have to use.
Well,
you
you
don't
don't
have
have
to.
to, but you.
Okay,
the
how
way-
many options? How many questions do I have left?
You've got
3 of mine
4,
and then
including
1
this.
10
Yeah, 5. Sorry.
Yeah.
5 questions, and how
Yeah,
many
including this.
stuff do I have?
4.
Okay, I could use.
Mm.
Okay, what continues to grow till so that I can use it for the? I can use it on the 10.1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
What continues to grow?
I'd say
till-
probably use the Ask a 90s Babies now because he said he knows.
Okay, ask a 90s baby.
There is.
Yes,
Continues
correct.
to grow.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't
Correct.
know that.
Also the nose as well.
Those 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's mine. That's my 3.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not
sir.
doing too
I'm
bad.
doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad.
You're
Not too
doing
bad.
all right.
Not too
Okay. Question 1. At what age
Oh,
do
no.
babies usually master sitting up without a
Ooh,
prop?
nice. I don't actually know stuff after they've had come out their vagina. So people say, "Oh, my baby's crying, bro. I can't help you." But I know that sitting up, I would say 6 months.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Between 6 to 8 months.
Nice.
Good
On a
stuff.
roll now.
They're rolling.
Oh. Okay. In computers.
Oh.
I've even added that just to help you a little bit. What is often the smallest unit of memory?
In computers. Give me the stuff that I have, please.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change the question,
So I
or
can
skip.
change it,
or you
Yeah.
can skip.
and
Yeah.
I won't lose a point.
You won't lose a point if
You
you
can
skip.
change or skip.
Oh,
If you skip, you
oh,
won't lose a point.
Oh, but
Skip
if I
is a
get it
good one
wrong,
now.
I will lose a point.
Yeah. Skip is a good one if you don't know. Or change a question. Either
Yeah.
one. Skip.
But I feel like I know it, but I don't want to get it wrong.
I don't
Well,
think you do.
skip is
Okay,
good.
cool. That's fine. Yeah. No, I'm happy for.
I don't
That's
think
all I need. Yes.
Okay.
Skip is good, yeah.
Is kilobyte.
Kilobytes.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get that.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
If you know that you're on the computer too much, deliver
No,
those fucking children.
Okay, and now,
Mm-hmm.
which geometric shape has 4 equal sides of 4?
You're boring me, man.
Am I playing?
No.
Yeah,
You've
you
been
You're not
very
listening
smart.
to the question.
You have
What
to listen.
geometric
Shape
shape?
has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles, in fact. Let me even add that.
A square.
Well
done.
done. You're listening. Don't let geometric spin you. Geometric
Yes,
You
I just
calmed
said
me
it.
down. You
You
were
know
like,
what?
I started to say, I was like, no, come on.
I
You
wasn't
calmed
going
me
to
down
repeat
like
that
this.
question, you know. I wasn't even going to
Geometric
repeat
made
it.
up Mr. Krabs.
So I'm doing well. So far.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, that's my 3. So
Yeah.
Okay, you're currently on 4.
Well, how do I only have 4?
Hey,
you got some
Focus.
minuses as well.
you had minus. Remember,
Yeah.
you was losing points too.
But look,
Shit.
you can come second.
I
Yeah.
want to be first.
We can't.
Can't.
Come for. Don't mind me. I said I only wanted one.
Yeah. No, you want more.
You can come in at a high 2. You just have to pick correctly here and now. We're going to tell you our categories and you hopefully pick the right person to earn you 10 points.
Cool.
Mine is in movies.
Mine is in DNA.
Mine is in science.
Oh,
You got lifelines as well, though.
yes.
have
And what are my
lifelines.
lifelines?
You got change the question.
Yeah.
And you can use that.
Ooh, that's a good one to
Change the
use.
question
And
and.
multiple choice.
That's a great. That's a pocket rocket.
Can
you
I
got
use
on there.
both?
Yeah.
You can use them all.
Okay. I'll go with. You said yours is in DNA.
DNA, yeah.
I don't know much about DNA, but I feel like if I was gonna know anything, if I want to change a question, can I now change it to someone else?
We can do that.
I think that's a cool one
that's
because
a
you got
cool
to change your question at the end. That's
one.
fine.
Yeah.
Go.
It's gonna be now. Go on.
You're gonna use this lifeline, don't worry. Who discovered the double helix?
You're boying me, man. Change the question.
To who?
I'm gonna change the question to yours is in what?
Science.
Yours is in
Movies.
movies.
You still have multiple choice as well.
Yeah, I know.
So think of
I
what
wasted
one
my time going
you did,
to you, man.
but you had to use the lifeline, didn't it?
Yeah. This is a good time.
You can't go home with the lifeline and cash it out.
I'm gonna. Oh my gosh,
Do you watch TV?
not enough.
Movies? Oh, okay. Fair.
But I don't know science. You can't say my subject is science. Science is
It's
too.
broad.
It's too broad, and it might not be my science.
Yeah.
You're doing too much. You're smiling as well. I don't like. Go on. Like, at least
Yeah.
I know I
Okay.
watch movies. Yeah. I'm sad.
Who is the latest actor to play Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, that's easy as well.
No, it's not. Can I have multiple choice?
No
I
worries.
don't even know who any of them that I've ever played.
Keanu Reeves, George Best, Timothy Chalamet,
That's
Ronan Keating.
That's too much multiple choice. I only want 3.
The thing is, only 2 of them are even.
Only
I don't want anyone.
Who's the latest actor to play Willy
Like
Wonka
repeating's gonna help.
in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Timothy Chalamet, Ronan Keating, George Best, or Keanu Reeves?
The thing is, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know any of these names. So I'm only going to hope that I just wing it and get it. Can I ask a question though?
Of course.
Can I get you to say their names again?
Yeah, most definitely. Timothy Chalamet, Keanu Reeves, Ronan Keating, or George Best? Timothy Chalamet, Ronan Keating, George Best, or Keanu Reeves?
I would say did you swap the names around?
Yeah. You did. You did.
So, Timothy Chalamet, Ronan Keating, George Best, or Keanu Reeves?
What was the first one?
Timothy Chalamet.
I don't remember the names. I'm trying to remember the names.
Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
Ronan Keating,
No, the pressure's too much.
George Best, or Keanu Reeves?
I don't know if I know how to say the name, but I'm gonna go with Charlemagne.
She's a cheater. She's a fucking cheater. She's a cheater. Because I know. I saw the cough. Yeah. So you know what's funny?
No. He has a cough.
Yeah, the
No, he has a cough.
You know what it is?
The whole
You know what it is?
podcast.
The amount of times that you said repeat it, yeah, and you kept looking, because I know he was probably saying the first one. Then when you mix it up, you probably thought, oh shit.
No.
But I don't mind. I like it. I didn't catch you at the scene. I didn't catch you at the
There's an A
scene.
at the end.
I didn't catch you at the scene.
You know he's been coughing the whole time. I promise you.
Don't worry about it. I didn't catch you at the scene. I like what you did. I like what you did.
I don't mind you being second as
Yeah,
well.
don't
You
mind
know
you
like
being
that?
second.
I didn't cheat though.
Don't worry about it. The thing about Nigerians, we're letting you go. You're gonna say, but you arrested me now. We've let you go.
Wow.
Come on, Mama Dinya. Corner of the
14.
eye and everything.
No, I swear.
You know how many Nigerians swear? I swear.
Second place.
In that
swear.
number 2.
I'm surprised.
Well done.
Well
We
done.
love that. We love that. Yeah. Oh, actually, cabs are even coming out. Anything for you to plug, or even just your service? How can someone get in touch? How does it work?
I think what I would love to plug is my doula course. So I teach women how to be doulas. and that's so they can support other women in pregnancy.
Right.
And I've already got a cohort now, but I'm having another cohort in about July. So if you want to be a doula, you want to support pregnant women in birth or when they're pregnant or after, then email us and we can interview you for the course.
Right. So maybe send us a link or
Yeah.
whatever details we need to
Yes.
put there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, we said that plug and you just said email us, right?
I don't know what that means.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you
We
for
wanted
having
to
me.
do it at the right time. It was the right time.
Good one.
God's time is the right time.
God's time.
Yeah, other than that, you know the theory, bro.
Nah, he's baby crazy.
Cool.